What's up? Welcome to your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 145.
145, time to get live.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the Pod Gods. And with me, I have the best man in all of podcast land, my right-hand man, Mr. BL.
Fuck is up? Hola, hey. Hope y'all doing all right. Long time, no talk.
We back like we never left. We sorry. We owe y'all some type of explanation, I guess, because we've been gone, and people have personally hit me asking me where the podcast is, but you know, life has been happening, and shit just been going on. So we apologize, but we miss y'all, and we are happy that we are back in effect. How are you doing, co-host? How are you?
Life's good, man. Can't complain. How about you?
Life is good. I really cannot complain. You know, I know we both got some big things going on. You want to share your news, whatever your news is?
Yeah, I bought a car, but that's just a vehicle. And yeah, my most recent property I got my tenants moving in tomorrow, actually. So that's pretty good because took a long process. Not a long process, longer than I would like, because dealing with black people, man. You know what I mean? Property managers and shit like that.
What's your property manager do? Like, what was the holdup?
What didn't she do? Oh, a lot of shit.
I take it you're getting a new property manager soon too.
So I'm trying to let her. I'm gonna give her a go for this particular like person and this tenant, because she found a tenant, but like it's just communication. Like, so
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, the purpose of a property manager is for them to manage the property. So you pretty much need to be hands off. Only thing I want to be doing is making, receiving checks. And then if I have to take care of any, repairs or anything like that, then I need to send money. And where do I need to send it? And I need to have a turnaround on when everything's going to be completed. So that, I know, efficiency, not even nothing like too tall, you know what I mean? And it's wild because I have a property in Richmond, which is Richmond and Petersburg are earshots of each other. And the property manager that I have in Richmond, they're very efficient. They take, they're a big business. They're a firm. They're a business. They're exactly. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, property management firm. They manage a bunch of different shit all over. So they run like a well-oiled machine. And then there's the lady that I have now.
And then there's Cheryl.
Yeah, Tawana actually is her name. And she has purple dreads and shit. So
wait, what is her name again? What is her name?
Tawana with
the purple dress. All right.
Yeah, shit's wild.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Because she be trying to act so like professional. Like she be having her wild customer service voice on when I talk to her, and it pisses me off because she just ain't saying shit. Like, bitch, I don't care how professional you sound. I need you to be professional.
She hit you with all buzzwords with no substance.
Yeah, like the $100 that you're making off this property every month, I need you to fucking work for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, long story short, like she just wasn't communicating well. Like, we were trying to have tenants in at a certain time, and then she didn't tell us that they needed a week or two. And then, and then I was supposed to have repairs done, and it was the person that she had the repairs that was doing the repairs. He was taking forever. It was just a bunch of shit, like a bunch of go around that was just pissing me off. And like, we had to have a come to Jesus meeting with her over the weekend, like set expectations. And I didn't want to have to do that,
but it's your money we talking about.
Like, I'm like, this is my money, and I appreciate you getting a tenant, but you have to like call us. Like, every time that we call, like, we have to call you to see what's going on versus you calling us. Like, I don't want to have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to it because I got 2 other property managers. Because I got a total of 3 rental properties, thank God. And one I got in Fayetteville. She's smooth. She run like a well-oiled machine. She's she does her own thing. Like, she's a realtor and then a school teacher, but she also stays on top of her shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then obviously I have the firm in Richmond, so and they're smooth. So I was, hoping that this this marriage would be good. Because I could have gone with the property manager that I got in Richmond.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is that the next step if it don't work out with Tawana with the purple?
For sure. But the only thing about like Tawana, she was able to get somebody that has, it's going to pay like a larger amount of money than they were quoting me. Because it's no AC, and it's a nice house, but it's no AC, so I had to get some window units and shit. Because I'll put a HVAC in that bitch in a couple of years. I ain't really pressed right now. Mm-hmm. But they were saying, because it's not in the best, it's like right down the street from Virginia Union. Is that in Petersburg?
Yes.
Yeah, Virginia Union. So it's right down. So of course it's in the hood. And so, they were saying they couldn't necessarily get me as much. They didn't want to promise me that they can get me as much as what she was saying. So I was like, all right, fuck it. But, I'll deal with it. If she continues to bullshit and, lead us astray, then I'll certainly move that way and just, take a less or a profit, on the front end if I don't have to deal with bullshit on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to shoot with grace and mercy. I'm trying to, like we had to come to Jesus, and she was very Johnny on the spot after that. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know what she does professionally, but like, I find that people who don't have like corporate jobs and shit like that and have like expectations and deadlines and certain metrics that they have to adhere to on a daily basis / semi-annual to annual, they don't run as smoothly and efficiently as I like. And I don't like that just because I'm used to a certain way. Yeah. When you say you follow up, you're supposed to follow up, shit like that.
Hell
like,
do what the fuck you say you're going to do.
Service. That's just customer service. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just type shit. So,
that chronic issue affecting black business, customer service.
Yeah, it's just the fucking worst. I think everybody needs to work in a call center. And well, I'm mad niggas working in call centers, but I guess you just need to, I don't know, man. You got to know, like,
because it ain't a call center. I don't feel like the niggas who worked at Extra Source is the same niggas that would have worked at the insurance company that we worked for. Because it was just different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, a few of them did though.
No, but I'm saying like I'm talking about like Extra Source was not the place to teach you a lot about like corporate foundation and shit like that. But I do feel like the insurance company that we worked for, it definitely gave us a bunch of skill sets. I don't know if you agree or not, but
hell yeah. I mean, shit, I learned from all. Like, I mean, because for what it's worth, Extra Source taught. I mean, I was 16 when I started working there, so you know what I mean. That was my second job. Well, it was my third job officially, but like my first, I guess, grown up job. You know what I mean, where I was making more money than minimum wage type shit. So.
It was decent. That's a good qualifier. I was making more than minimum wage. I wasn't making money, but I was making more than minimum wage.
Yeah, it was the most money I had made at that particular time in my life. You know what I'm saying? It was probably $9, maybe $9.50 or some shit like that. Not shit, but shit was fun. It was lit. Fuck with that shit.
Yeah. And customer service, I just feel like customer service as a whole has been shitty since COVID, and that's because they are letting majority of these individuals work from home. And so when you ask them to speak to like a supervisor or some shit like that, they like, we don't have one. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I don't know. I feel like I've gotten the worst customer service since COVID, but we always get on this chronic problem of customer service and with black businesses and black people. And we stay on that. 'Cause like Monique, we love y'all. We want to support y'all. We really, really do. I just feel like a lot of black businesses could be Fortune 500s if they
even
just
down
get
to
it
these
together.
braiders, man. These braiders, my wife is like, she's on a natural journey for several years. Well, I don't know several, but she's been natural for a long time. She got really thick hair.
Natural
so she doesn't,
journey, like the vernacular.
She be getting braids and shit. And these little fucking braiders, like, they be doing good ass work, but they just have terrible, customer service in terms of like she just be frustrated as fuck. And it's crazy because I be seeing, it's kind of like a running theme, like on Twitter and fucking like Facebook and shit that I be seeing, like girls be talking about that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like girl, especially like this one little girl that she go to, she was in high school, I think, like a junior in high school. And, you know, she like, but does really good work for the low, you know what I'm saying? Doing it at her mom crib and shit. But my wife was like, she just don't be responding to texts and shit promptly and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like, or like she should just have like a time where she's scheduling out, or you have like I mean, granted she's 16, but
that's what I was about to say. You asking a lot of a 16-year-old when these 36-year-olds can't get it together.
16-year-olds, fucking 25-year-olds, it's all like running the mill.
36-year-old, 46-year-olds, 50-year-olds.
Like, you just need to get your shit together.
No, it's serious because, like, just dealing. First of all, beauticians feel like they cure cancer every day. Like, you need them. Like, there is no other game in town. If the shoe fit, wear. If the shoe don't fit, don't put it on. But these beauticians be getting on my fucking nerves too. These people that do hair, because they got all these strict rules for you. They got a whole list of rules and shit. You gotta come with your shit washed. You gotta come with your shit. Like, basically, I'm doing all the work. If you late 15 minutes, it's $20. If you late 30 minutes, you need to reschedule and you're not getting your deposit back. And you know what I'm saying? So my whole thing about it with them is, okay, but you don't say shit when I show up and you still doing somebody else's hair and I sit there for 30 minutes and I sit there for an hour. I sit there for an hour and a half, depending on how desperate I am. I don't deal with that a lot now because I have a male braider in Atlanta. I had to get on him too. But he's a little less of a diva, but he gonna send me, I was in traffic, you know, it's always in traffic in fucking Atlanta. And I was in traffic and I couldn't get there. And like, me and him been doing business for a good minute. I don't know, was he having a day or whatever the case may be, but I was like, I'm running late. Like, I'll be there in a minute. So this nigga sends me a screenshot of his late policy. I said, that's interesting. Because when I was waiting 35 minutes to get my hair done last time I was here, I ain't get no discount though.
Right.
I was like, oh, but I got you though. I was en route. I got there or whatever. And he was like, nah, I didn't mean it like that. It's just that people I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, talk to them. And also, I'm sure they've been sitting in your chair too waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't talk to me, bro. I'm here all the time. Yeah, don't talk to me, my nigga. I ain't got time. Don't do that. Address that shit to the students that need to be addressed, sir.
Exactly.
I ain't got time for that.
Bro, I hate that. I just hate that type of thing, period. Like, talk to the people that you talking to.
Right.
Managers and jobs like to do that shit too. Like, put the smack down on everybody. No, address this nigga over here that's fucking up. Don't bring to everybody, and 9 times out of 10, the nigga you talking to, the shit that went over his head anyway, because he ain't give a fuck in the first place.
Right.
But y'all coming talking about everybody. That shit crazy. That shit irks my nerves. What would be what is your wife continuing to support this little girl? Because it is
she be bouncing around like hell.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully she's been having some good experiences. It's just the fact that, like, you know, I don't know. It's consistency, I guess. Yeah. Like, she can't find no consistent person, but, you know, I don't know. I
just don't understand why people whose major point in their job is customer service.
Yeah.
That's the major part of your job. You're a waiter, you're a waitress, you're a hostess. You work at the damn DMV, you're a braider. Like, if your main job is interacting with the public and your source of income is determined upon you been having good customer service, like, why don't the rules apply to y'all? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm always about boycotting some shit. So my thing is, I'm never pressing nobody out to take my money.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not pressing you to take my money. That's what I'm not going to do. And people got to be held accountable, B. That's what I feel like. People just have to be held accountable.
So we're going to do about the sneakers at?
Huh? What we going to do about the sneakers at? Well.
Motherfucker tried to tell me today that you got to have strong Wi-Fi. Like, man, fuck out of here.
Hey, niggas trying to come up with anything.
I always hit when I'm at work. I'm like, man, I know a nigga that always hit when he riding his bike on his fucking, on his bicycle. Like,
facts.
There's no rhyme or reason. It's just, today's the day. Like, the sun has shined on the dog's ass that particular day.
Facts.
But don't make me wait an hour and a half to tell me that I didn't get the shoes. Like, fuck you, sneakers.
I think Nike needs some type of fucking transparency behind what this backdoor shit that they doing. Now, again, we're willfully giving Nike our money.
For sure.
Nike is making us feel like it's a privilege to hand over $200 to them. And our dumbasses keep on trying.
Yep.
Keep on trying.
It's a guessing game at this point. It's just fun, like, to be disappointed. It's like the little boy that's waiting on his daddy. Like, he might come this time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I definitely used that analogy the other day with something else. I was like, this motherfucker gonna keep waiting on the corner for daddy to show up, and daddy is not gonna show up.
Daddy ain't gonna show up. And then when you show up, when he do show up, you had plans. You was ready to go to fucking your homeboy house for the weekend and shit. And then you gonna come and goddamn take you to McDonald's and shit.
Yeah, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Cause I be hitting on shit I don't be wanting to hit on. Like, I hit.
But you do that because I don't know. Are you trying to sell, or are you just playing the lottery at this point in time? You just want to see if you can hit.
Well, it's a combo. Like, kind of like, I hit on them Jordan 3s, the royal blue, the royal blue and white shits. But my man, he said he wanted them. But then it's weird because I guess when not a lot of people are be on some shit, then you'll hit. Because he got a little network. It's one of my own and shit. He got like a little network that he fucking ran, like sends texts. I don't know how, and he got an Android, so I don't even know how the fuck he like methodically sending me these texts every fuck. I'm like, bro, stop sending me these fucking texts, dog. Like, I'm trying to get the shoes too, nigga. Like, but anyway.
So what do the texts
I wasn't
look
trying.
like?
I was cool on them shits, and then I ended up hitting though, and then he was like, I hit him like, he was like, damn, I got like 4 people that hit him too. I was like, the fuck. So instead, like, it's another nigga that I know that wear my same size and shit. One of my older homeboys and shit. So I just hit him like, you want these shits? Before I cancel the order, he was like, yeah, send them shits to me. I'm like, well, send me the Cash App money and then I'll send them to you when they come and I just mail them to you. Send me the shipping money and all that. So, and then I hit on them Georgetown 3s. I be hitting on mad shit that I don't be wanting. But all the shit the only thing that I ever hit on that I wanted was, these popcorn Air Force Ones. Popcorn, I don't know if they call popcorn. Yeah. They something, but they like popcorn material, like the red and white shit. That's the only ones I ever hit. And that's because they were Air Force Ones and niggas really want on them. But anything else, I've never hit that I wanted.
So with the 3s, you would cancel them versus just reselling them?
They ain't have no resale. It's like $25. I ain't finna do all that.
They still don't have no resale?
Not like that. Nah, it'd be weird. Like, it's only like exclusive shit that be having like resale.
Well, my
dunks
were
shit.
double when I checked last week. So
yeah, that's exclusive. Like dunks are in demand. Like 3s and shit, like general release 3s, them shits don't be like that. You know what I mean? It'd be worth more hassle by the time you take them to UPS and all that shit and then they gonna take the fees and all that shit. I'm cool on that.
Yeah.
I ain't doing all that. But I just cancel them shits. I ain't finna do like if they 200 and they 230 or 240 online, like I'm not finna do that. I'm not gonna hoard them either. Like, cause then by that time I'm gonna just fucking wear them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just to try to see if like they gonna raise the price or some shit. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I know. I do know like certain J's definitely be having general releases be having a high resale value. Them
like OG shit,
12s,
but like
yellow and black 12s, everybody was trying to get them. Everybody was trying to get them shit.
It'd be weird. Like, there's no rhyme or reason either. That's the wild part about them.
Yeah. Hey, them yellow and black 12s go hard. I'm glad I got mine because I was gonna cry. And I had to pay an upcharge for them. Cause I bought it. I had to pay an extra $40 to get them shits.
Yeah. I could do that, I guess, but I ain't paying no more than $50 over some shit.
Yeah.
I don't wear sneakers. I don't be wearing them shits enough to be like having I got fucking thousands and thousands of dollars in there. Like from the pandemic, I got fucking probably 15 pair of shoes that I've worn maybe 3. Like, I'd be looking at this shit is so stupid.
I've slowed down a lot. Especially in 2021, and purchasing shoes. First of all, the shoes that I actually really, really wanted, again, Sneakers app said, no, you chilling. But like, I haven't really even been like checking out the sales and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm just like,
it ain't really been no sales like that though. That's the wild shit about it.
30% off the whole site like last week.
Oh, well.
And I ain't even look because I didn't even want to buy nothing. Like, I'm just like, I don't need nothing.
I wanted these waffle fucking, these waffle, like, they're not Air Max, but they like kind of like the Sa'Carris, but they waffle shit. Them shit's fire. I want them bitches bad, and they only $100, but I'm just like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Them shit's fire though. God, them shit's fire. They go on sale for like $65, and I did see some Prestos that I really wanted that I was gonna bite, like some royal blue and black Prestos, and them bitches was on sale for the other day for like $75.
Like the original Prestos.
Yeah.
Those came back because those left for like 2 years or so. Because my sister was looking for them. Like they ain't making the original Prestos no more. I was like, nah, they didn't went light on those and went with that second version of the Prestos for a minute.
Them shit's trash. Yeah. They got them on ID though.
Them joints is trash. And so me and B Hill been making shoes on ID for fucking 15 years or some shit. A long ass time. I still have yet to buy any IDs.
Same. And I was supposed to buy these ones. Like my old lady was just like, what you want for Christmas? I mean, it was some present type shit. And I was like, I want these shit that I done made. And I never went back and got them. And then the day I was talking to my nephew who's now into sneakers and shit. And, I was like, you can go to Nike ID and shit. And I pulled up the ID shit like, damn. And they only have the Air Max 1 silhouette up there no more. That shit whack. They got Prestos and 95s, like certain type of 95s and shit. Like the color blocking be whack though. You know what I mean? So.
Well, yeah, I definitely slowed down. And like I said, some of my slowdown was voluntary and some of my slowdown was involuntary. I tried to get those LeBrons, the South Beach LeBrons. I was actually originally looking for them in my size, but they started at a 7. And I feel like that shoe kind of run big. But I don't know. It's
Browns run small.
So maybe not.
Browns run small.
Well, it didn't matter. It didn't matter either way. I just asked for a 10.
Two of my best friends was trying to say that shoe is top 5 of all time. And I said, I don't agree with that. I believe the color blocking and the colorway is definitely top 5 because there was never any of that color block was never seen before that shoe.
I think that's why it's top 5.
But the shoe though, like the actual shoe itself,
they're saying the LeBron 8 itself.
They're saying that specific shoe, South Beach LeBron 8 is top 5 ever.
I would co-sign that by saying LeBron 8 South Beach is probably the top 5 most coveted general release. I would say that because there are people like myself. I would have got them. I would have got the LeBron 8s.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna buy them. I tried. But I can think of 5 better shoes off the top for me. I just don't like this. I just don't like I like it, but I've never owned any LeBrons. 2, I would even argue that the South Beach 9s LeBrons are actually doper.
I got the South Beach 9s.
I think those are actually a doper shoe.
I think those were dope, but I think the only reason those were so dope is because if you couldn't get those 8s, then you were getting the next thing in the South Beach colorway for LeBrons. I think it is a great shoe, but it's about timing. I feel like because of the time, because of the colorway. So LeBron 8 guys is the LeBron 8s, but it was kind of the first shoe that had that what we know now as that South Beach colorway. Beach. And a South Beach colorway is basically like pink and blue. Like a specific blue.
It's like an electric blue.
Like you think of South Beach. All them colors, the Miami colors, that neon, that Miami vibe. Y'all know what that looked like. So it was a shoe that came out when shoes weren't really coming out like in that color. Cause I think like that.
They weren't coming out. That was the first colorway of that. Like ever.
And I feel like that LeBron sparked so many other shoes in the South Beach colorway. Of course, sure. Nike gonna get their money. But also I feel like that LeBron could have been the grandfather as well to a lot of bold colors and monochromatic shoes too. Like you remember even on ID and shit like that, it would be very hard to make a all red shoe. You know what I'm saying? Because they still give you options So, you know what I mean? Like maybe the sole couldn't be red and the rest of the shoe that could be red. So now we do a lot of South Beach. There is a lot of monochromatic sneakers. I got a few myself. So I think that LeBron 8 spot, although I get what you're saying, like it is not the dopest, but I think for where it stands in history and the change that it kind of sparked, for shoes in general, I would definitely give that shoe top 5 based on its history for sure. I would definitely give that shoe top 5. The Jordan 11 Cool Grays is coming out.
I saw that.
But are you getting those or no?
Probably not. I've never had any 11s.
That's right. 11s is my
not that I dislike them. If I were the best two of the Concords and the Breads, like those are the best two. I'll try for them. I'm not pressed to get them though. I don't know. I mean, I'll probably get them for my kids or something.
Oh well, if you're just using if you're just using join draws, then I'll solicit your service because the 11s have been on my list ever since whenever I was in Raleigh and them shits came out. The cool gray 11 Jordans, for y'all non-sneakerheads, it is the Jordan with the patent leather around it. Y'all probably used to seeing the Concords, which is the white with the black patent leather around it. But I've been wanting those cool grays since then. My favorite Jordan is 6s and 11s and 12s. But those are my favorite Jordans. So I need those cool gray shits. I haven't been a fan of the high patent leather on the Jordans.
Yeah, shit whack.
But I can't change it, so it's like, all right, fuck it. But I definitely want them shits. I want them shits bad, and I want them yellow 4s because
the lightnings.
Yeah, because I like yellow. You already know that.
I love yellow.
I do love yellow. Your ass love blue. Everything that's blue, you like fire. This is fire. I was like,
I'm
no,
a Crip,
blue.
though.
Huh? Yeah.
I'm a Crip though. No currency.
Yeah. Of course, he's a Crip, and I'm a B. That's why I like yellow. But yeah, man. But I'm glad my shoe list ain't full as far as like Nikes and shit like that, where I must have them. But I do, in fact, have like 2 other shoes that I want. But you know how fourth quarter is. You know how fourth quarter is for Nike. Stuff just pop up. You like, fuck. Like, soon as like November hit, it seemed like fire come out every fucking weekend.
Yeah.
Every fucking weekend, because they trying to get all them Christmas dollars up out of y'all. For sure. Speaking of Christmas dollars, so I've already told B Hill, but I'll tell you guys, your girl done accepted a new job.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. One of my goals I advised my old company or my current company until Friday. Listen, here are my career goals. I need to be a director. I'm already doing director work. Let's see them coins. And I gave them a chance, and you know what God said? What is for you is for you. So a company actually reached out to me and was just like, hey, we came across your profile and you seem perfect for a job that we have. Let me know if you're interested in that, if we can sit down and have a conversation about it. So I read the shit. I'm like, what's so crazy about the shit is like, yo, this is a job that I was going to apply for. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a job crazy. I was going to apply for. However, if I don't apply for a job like in the first week, max 2 weeks, I don't apply to it because it's just going into a black hole most of the time. At that point in time, they probably started their process. So it had been like, I saw it again. I was like, that's that job I meant to apply to, but it's been too long, so I'm not going to apply for it. And then like a week and a half, 2 weeks after that, that's when this talent acquisition person reached out to me, and I was like, what company is it for? And she was telling me, I was like, oh shit, like that's the fucking job that I was looking for. Cause they were either looking for somebody to fill a director role or a legal counsel role. They were willing to go either way, with it. And they reached out to me and, had a good conversation, met the VP who I will be reporting to. He and I talked for an hour for our interview. He had a meeting and he was just like, yo, well, he wasn't like, yo, but he was like, hey, I'm sorry, I gotta go. I have a hard stop. I'm facilitating this next meeting at 4. He was like, however, I feel like we need to talk some more. That's always a good sign, right?
Yeah,
when they want to
sure.
spend some more time with you, you know. He was like, I'm going to look at my calendar and I'll throw out some times and you just let me know what works for you. And if none of them work, we'll come to a conclusion because I really want to talk to you again. So I was like, all right, cool. It was like 30 minutes later, he sent me an email. He was like, hey, my meeting ended early. Let me know if you can talk again at 5. If you can't, I understand, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hell yeah, I need to talk to this nigga while he's still feeling a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, get it while it's hot. You know what I'm saying? And me and him stayed on the phone for like another hour and a half, B. Like, just talking about the shit that I've done. And, you know, when a motherfucker get like, here's your telltale sign, people, that if you're doing a good job during a job interview, they will start talking to you as if you have the job. They will slip up and say things like, and then you'll meet, or the people you're going to work with, or your job will be, making it very personal, right? It's just the human reaction type thing, right? And so I was getting like those cues and shit. And he was just like, hey, I'm going to set you up with another meeting with members of the team, blah, blah, blah. And we'll see how that goes, you know, whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. So he set up this fucking panel interview. So B, what is interesting about this process for me is this is my first job where everything has been virtual, right? So I'm sitting here with this button up on and these basketball shorts. I got watch on, everything. I'm professional from the waist up. You know what I mean? I almost threw on a jacket, but I was like, I feel like that's just a little bit weird. Sitting in the house with a fucking blazer on and shit. I was like, that's doing too much. I'm gonna just do the shirt. If I was going on like an in-person job interview, I definitely would have, you know, did the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And did the panel interview. I had to work over these 4 people, you know what I'm saying? I was taking them out one by one, B.
Firing squad.
I was just like, all right, got her. Let me work on this one. It was 3 women and a guy. You gotta change up your methods. And then
anybody black?
So, interesting enough, this is what makes it dope. So the VP of internal audit, I think she is Afro-Latina because she looks black and she's super pretty. She appears black, but she definitely has like an accent. So she might be like Dominican or something like that. She didn't really give me Puerto Rican, but she kind of gave me like one of the darker Afro-Latinas.
Gotcha.
So she's black, but you know, in our conversation, my new boss, new manager, I hate using the word boss because ain't nobody fucking bossing me. But my new manager, I told him, you know, he was like, you know, why are you looking to leave your old company? Whatever. You know, I gave some nice political correctness.
Nigga, I ain't. Y'all reached out to me. Fuck me.
Right. Facts. That is true. Cause y'all hiring is a better position and there's more money.
Yeah. Like I hate interviews. Like, man, don't ask me stupid shit like that, bro. But yeah.
Yeah. Cause they want to know how you handle diplomacy and shit like that. That's what they want to know. If you come on there like, my old company is fucking trash, they don't listen to nobody, then they just like, all right, this is what this person gonna do if they fucking leave here. And that's not the type of person that we want.
Interviews be so fake, my nigga. Like, I just hate them. Tell me a time when suck a dick, man. Like,
well, how would you evaluate effectiveness?
I mean, I get it. I just hate it.
Yeah, listen, I love behavioral interviews. They are my favorite. I love a behavioral interview because you have a structure there. I feel like behavioral interviews are the easiest fucking interviews to lie in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nasty on my feet.
In.
Yeah, I interview very well. Like, because I can bullshit with all the best bullshitters in the world. Like, I can pull from experiences that I have and just like embellish when I need to and take away when I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, it's just the fucking, like the circus act of it all. Like, I hate being fake. Like, it's just the fakeness. Like, man, I don't give a fuck about this shit. Like, I'm just a real nigga. I'm gonna be a good employee. You know what I'm saying? I know X, Y, and Z, da-da-da-da-da. That's it. You know what I mean? Hire me or not, because I don't know.
You say hire me or not, and then we bring up Tawana with the fucking purple dreads. You need a fucking interview process. Ain't no, I'm a real nigga, I'm a stand up, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're a real nigga, but do you return fucking calls, my nigga?
Yeah, she can tell you she do that. That's the thing. Like, action is
shit?
Different than that. That's different though. Like, I mean, somebody can talk to you, somebody can bullshit you till they blue in the face. You know what I mean? And then once they get in the seat, then they might not. So,
but at least you have enough sense to know how to bullshit. You'll be surprised at the motherfuckers who come in interviews and you be like, nigga, did you realize you were in an interview?
So yeah, I don't interview people. I just get interviewed and I hate that part.
Oh, like, well, I've been on both sides of that chair for sure.
Yeah, I don't be interviewing niggas.
I've been on both sides of that chair and I've been like, are we serious? Like, and they do. Like, my whole thing about it is you hate being fake, you know, for the interview. I hate being fake just on a day-to-day basis. Like, that's the part I hate. That's why I'm just like, I'm not trying to go back in nobody's office. And that was like one of my biggest things because this job is mostly remote. And he's like, look, you're a director. I expect you to know when you need to go into the office. Like, right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to prescribe to you when you need to go into the office. I'm not about to tell you got to go 1 day a week or 5 days a week or whatever. He was just like, I just expect you to if you got a meeting with the CEO, you might want to go into the office. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm paying you enough money to figure that shit out on your own. You know what I'm saying? But the dope part that I wanted to mention is I told him about diversity. Cause the company that I'm currently at is not diverse at all. And he was like, yeah, I'm the only white guy on the team. And I was like, word? Like, first of all, I didn't even know he was white cause I thought he was of some type of Hispanic descent as well. Cause his skin is very, very yellow. He gives Hector, not Henry. You know what I'm saying? Like he really do, but he says he's the only white guy. And listen, this is why manifestation is real. I was like, yo, I'm tired of reporting to these white bitches. They stressing me the fuck out. I can't do it. I was like, I need to work for a man or somebody black. I've only worked for a black person in a real job once. And that was at the fucking insurance company. He was the worst. He's a claim adjuster now. But I've worked for men. And the men that I've worked for have been either super passive or just super fucking hands off. So, but I've never directly worked for a nigga that was just like a fucking douchebag or no shit like that. So I'm just like, I need to work for a male. I need to work for a black person. So this guy is the chief. He's a VP. He's the chief risk officer and he reports to a black man. So I was just like, yes, this is going to be a nice little mix up for me that the black man is in charge. Yeah. First and foremost, he's the black man and he's over the entire legal department. He's the executive VP and he's over the legal department. And I'm dealing with diverse individuals. So I'm really interested. I'm just like, come on, black man. Look, the black hookup already. I'm like, he black. He gonna have to look out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if I do a decent enough job, you know what I'm saying? God, he gonna have to look out. Next stop VP, people. The second. So this week is my last week at the, company that I'm at. The white man that, I've been reporting, my VP, my immediate manager left her job 2 weeks ago. And so I had to have the conversation with my VP. You know, this nigga gonna say, after he give like his fake congratulations, he was like, oh, the timing does not work for me. Nigga, what?
Oh, okay.
So when you saw resignation in the title, right? And like that, when you saw resignation in the title, you didn't realize I no longer gave a fuck about what works for you.
Right.
That's the white man privilege of it all. Like, you really thought my life and my career was contingent upon what works for you. That is hilarious. He was like, well, he was just like, and, usually you give a 2-week notice. I said, and I gathered him real quick. I was just like, cause I turned my notice in on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the nigga P-test had to come back before they go be like, I'm quitting. I need to make sure my P-test.
Oh, they made you piss? That's whack.
You always gotta go piss. Any job I've had, you gotta go piss.
I ain't had the last 4 jobs I ain't had to piss.
You never had to take a piss test?
I've had to, but my last 4 jobs I never had to piss.
Oh, I've always had to take a pee test. Every
That's
single
crazy.
job I've gotten, even when I was a contractor for a year, I had to go take a piss test. And I don't know if it was just because of my profession and what I do, but I know it's pretty standard process for majority of companies. So that's very interesting. But yes, a nigga pee test had to come back. So it was 2 days short of a 2 weeks notice. And I gathered him real quick. I was like, yeah, so a 2 weeks notice is a courtesy, not a requirement. So
and I ain't coming back to this raggedy motherfucker anyway.
I was just like, but if y'all need me longer than that, then maybe we can come out with a financial situation that works for both of us. Cause I'm not staying here longer just for my paycheck. I'm getting my whole fucking week off and I'm still gonna get paid. I got a whole bunch of vacation and all that. Run me my coin. Run me my coin. Appreciate it. And then he snapped into it real quick like, oh yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah, nigga. Cause I could have been like, by the time you read this email, I don't work here anymore. You know what I mean?
If you're reading this, it's too late.
Exactly. If you're reading this, it is too late. But I just want to go on.
It's time to buy a house now, bro.
Quick. Thank you.
You're in a different tax bracket. That's the only, like, you ain't got no kids. That's going to help save you, man. I'm telling you.
I got you. So on my rant about manifestation, right? At the beginning of the year, I took a business card, crossed out my name, crossed out my manager title, put director there. I put an amount at the top of that business card, and it has been posted right here on my screen since the beginning of the year, right? And I was like, this is what's happening. I'm not celebrating my 3-year anniversary at my current company unless I have some type of promotion. And here's the thing. I was willing to settle. I was willing to settle for a senior manager title or associate director title. Like, I wasn't even like, okay, it gotta be this particular fucking title. But B, when I tell you, not only did I get the job I wanted, I negotiated down to the penny what I wrote on there.
Oh, that's dope.
Shit is real. Shit is real when you see shit that you know that you've been asking for and working for and praying for, and that shit just come to you in the exact way. That's why you gotta be fucking specific with your wishes and your goals. And I don't even want to call it wishes, because wishes is just something you do and then you don't do no work behind it. Manifestation is about being prepared for when the opportunity comes. And down to the dollar. And I'm like, yo, I got the bag off these niggas. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I came to Atlanta, I increased my salary by like 30 grand.
Nice. And
then I unfortunately, then I had to take a pay cut to be a contractor, because that's after I worked there for 2 years and the layoff happened, right? So I had to take a pay cut as a contractor. It was still above average, but it wasn't the type of money that I was making. And then I literally went to my next job and literally doubled that. And then I'm at this job in which I'm making 50% more again. That's like fine. Everything happens the way that it should happen. I like when you come from being fucking laid off and shit, and you never not worked in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You worked since you was fucking 14 in some way, shape, or form, like your entire life. Like that layoff nearly knocked me off my square. You know what I'm saying? Just initially. And it was something so simple that my mom told me, and I called her boo-hooing, telling her that they told us basically at the top of the year, we all getting laid off. You know what I'm saying? I called my mama crying. Mama, this is what they said. And my mama was just like, you've been working since you was 14 years old. Like, God just saying you need a vacation. You just need some time off, you know, and everything will work out. Cause you know, you getting the severance package and shit like that, but still, you know what I mean? That shit ain't gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's exactly what it was. Like, so much stemmed from those 10, 11 months where I did not work. This podcast came from that time. You know what I'm saying? I accomplished like some fitness goals. I accomplished a bunch of shit during that time, and shit has just been up from there. You know what I'm saying? You deal with bullshit from your job, but what I can say is at least I'm getting paid for it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I say y'all fucking manifest your fucking destiny, like I always say at the end of this show, and run these people pockets. Whatever they offer you, they got some more. They offer me a good salary, but if that's what you offering me, that means you got some more. I'm gonna need that. Run it up.
No doubt.
I got me a signing bonus. I got a signing bonus. I done negotiated an extra week of vacation. I negotiated an extra $7,000. And what brought me back around to this point when we were talking about Christmas shopping, I think one of the dope things that this company does is, so you get a bonus. My target is 20%. A nigga moving that. The dope thing about this company is, in addition to like your bonus and all this other shit, everybody gets a free week paycheck in November to go Christmas shopping. Like everybody in the whole company get a week's pay, an extra week's pay, and like they paycheck and shit. That's pretty dope, right?
Super dope.
That's super dope. Like, you got extra week salary. You can definitely, even if they are an industrial electrical company. Mm-hmm. And, you know, even people like your factories and shit getting an extra week paycheck, that's lit.
Yeah,
that's super lit.
Awesome.
That'll take care of a lot of those problems when you a lot of people put themselves in debt at Christmas time. So, just shout out to the real ones. I think that is dope. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this role. So next stop is VP if I don't have my own shit. But at least I feel like I'm at a place where if I know this is not it, but if I land here, this would be a good place to land. Like, it's a good place to be. You know what I'm saying? It's a good role, to have, and, you know, good money to make. So,
that's dope, man. That's awesome.
Thanks, man. People in my family, like my family and friends, have been, so dope and so supportive, like literally crying and shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, like, tears and shit. You know, I don't do happy cries, but, you know, I was just like, damn, y'all acting like a nigga went to the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all acting like a nigga went to the league, but what you gotta understand, to some people, certain shit is like going to the league. Cause, I mean, I get it's not a lot of people in my family who have, we have some, don't get it twisted, but it's not a lot, especially in my age bracket, that have kind of, I guess, excelled. So, you know, it's good to be
it's all relative, I guess, but, you know.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I mean, you know.
Success is different for everybody.
Success is different. Success is different for everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Right. Success is different for everybody, but what success is not, if you are constantly complaining about your situation
That's a fact.
and you not doing nothing to make more money or elevate yourself to be in a position to make more money.
Content success is, like, you know what I mean? Like, look, content success, if you're content with where you at in life, then that's perfect.
If you complaining, you're not content.
No, that's my point. I'm saying
that
in response to what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. Success is relative. Now, listen, a lot of people in my family, they never went to college and like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a handful of us, you know what I'm saying, that have, you know, done well by way of ways that have not been traditionally, done in my particular family. Right. I would say that. So, you know, it's dope to kind of be that person and your family coming up to you and your friends, you know, just looking at you in a different way, than you look at yourself. And that's pretty dope. But at the end of the day, I'm still, you know what I mean? I just feel like I'm a regular ass nigga that just know what the fuck I'm doing in my realm. You know what I'm saying? And if I want it, I'm gonna get it. I really don't feel like I can be stopped. So you are what you think you are, pretty much.
Indeed,
you know
indeed.
So, yeah, man. So thank you to everybody. Thanks, you know, Shay and Joe and other people who felt the need to buy me things and send me things. I love it. Did you hear, real quick, I want to know, did you hear that Juvenile backs that thing up?
I did.
Why was that so funny to me and like upsetting at the same time? Like,
bro, of all the songs in the world that y'all could have made, like, come on, man. Yeah, you a handsome young brother, you need to vax that thing up? Like, what? When you wrote that, you was like, I know he was like, man, this is some bullshit. I wonder how much they got paid for that shit, dog. Mia X was on that motherfucker too. Like, everybody must have got I mean.
Oh, I only saw the clips.
Yeah, nah. Mia
Wait, it's a whole video? I thought it was like a 30-second commercial or some shit.
Nah, that shit on 106 in Park.
Oh, man. Vax that thing up. I was like, yeah, I'm with you. I was just like, of all the shit. Like,
yeah, like, come on, bro. That's one of the greatest songs of all time. Like, what are you doing?
That shit was trash. Did you watch the game last night? Were you happy with the outcome with the Bucks over the Suns?
That's part of my black. But you want to roll in the black facts?
Let's go. Let's roll in. We're about to get into B's black facts. Skibbity bee bop boo.
I just want to a huge big shout out to Raleigh's own Raleigh Rays. That's his moniker. PJ Tucker and the Milwaukee Bucks for accomplishing a goal that they, I'm sure, set out for, and winning the national champion, not national championship. Well, I guess it's the national championship. Mm-hmm. They won the championship with the NBA. PJ is from Raleigh and, super duper Raleigh dude. You know what I mean? You'll find him in the city probably in the next week and a half or two. Just cause, you know, he definitely reps the R very hard. Shout out to him because he worked extremely hard. He's been very close, a lot of times. And he's the first person from Raleigh to actually be an NBA champion. So I thought that was extremely dope. Nice, shout out to David West because he's from Garner and he's a transplant, but PJ from Raleigh, he's from the South Side. One of the many NBA players from Raleigh in the league, obviously. So I just want to shout him out because he had a very untraditional journey, much to your credit or your liking to your story. You know, he went all over the world. He was in Texas. He went to University of Texas. He did well there. Got drafted to the league. Didn't make the league itself, so had to go. Was kind of a journeyman. He was all over Germany, Dominican Republic, playing all abroad until he got the call one day to come to Summer League. Worked out in the Summer League, was the last man on the bench. He got signed to the Suns back, I guess, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. Got signed to the Suns, was the last man off the bench. Worked hard, continued to, stay down and did very well there. And then ended up going to Houston and getting a nice bag. And then, did his thing in Houston. And then now he's an NBA champion. So, that just is dedication and focus. And I just want to shout out to him because he's a super good brother, always showing love whenever you see him. And one of the coldest with the kicks. Mm-hmm. Is the coldest. No, ain't no one. He's the coldest with the kicks. And obviously that's near and dear to me and Fresh's heart. So I just want to shout him out because, like I said, he's the first person from Raleigh that I know of, dating back to however long, that is an NBA champion. And I know he's going to show the city some stupid love. So big shout to him. Big shout out his homeboy and his best friend, his assistant, Mark Bell, one of my homeboys, real niggas there. So just shout them out. That's my black fact for them.
PJ Tucker, Raleigh's own, and the Suns. Was it a good series?
Not really. I mean,
okay. What made
it was?
Not a good
it went
series?
6 games. It was some good games. I thought the Suns, like, the playoffs were great this year just because it was very atypical. It wasn't the running, it wasn't LeBron and Golden State like it's always been the past, 8 years or so. Well, LeBron been in the past 12 years, been in the finals, but it was just a change completely, and it showed you kind of where the league's going.
Right.
But shout out to Chris Paul. I was torn, you know what I'm saying, because I like Chris Paul a lot. He's also from North Carolina and shit, and he's a little bit younger than me. PJ's 36. I actually went to middle school with PJ, but he was in 6th grade. I was in 7th grade, so I really didn't know him too tough. But anyway, close in age. So to see them brothers doing their thing, 14, 15 years in the league, I was, obviously torn. I wanted PJ to win. I also wanted Chris Paul to win just because, I kind of grew up with Chris Paul as well. Not physically, but seeing him play basketball, obviously. And plus, I really didn't have a dog in the fight. But I definitely wanted PJ to get one. But I really wanted a good series. It was straight. Suns won the first 2, and I thought they was gonna sweep them niggas. Like, I thought it was gonna be 4, maybe 5 games at best. But then Milwaukee, Giannis, because I hate before this series, I hated Giannis. Like, I've never liked his basketball game. Like, it's just he can run fast and jump high, and he's 7 feet. Like, he had really no skill set. But after last night, he put up 50. They had 100 points. The motherfucker had half their points.
Damn.
And they won it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just balling. You know what I'm saying? He was hooping. He was determined. You know what I mean? And he made it happen. So with the help of his cast, and supporting teammates. So it was dope. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sad to see basketball go. We got the Olympics and shit, but it was a great season, a great playoffs. The playoffs was excellent from top to bottom, from, some of the big upsets and some of the great games that they had. Obviously, injuries fucked up a lot of it because of the fact they had a short turnaround time from the bubble. So people's bodies let them down. So it impacted the playoffs significantly. A lot of teams should have been there that we thought would have been there, but it was great. And like I said, shout out to PJ, man.
Nice. Shout out to PJ Tucker, man. And he definitely has a wild shoe game, like all the crazy shit.
Yep. And he used to play at St. Aug. Did you ever go to the St. Aug Summer Leagues?
No, not really. I used to go every now and then. Like, I would go. I've been.
Yeah, she used to be lit.
But not like that. You ready to get into some lit or shit?
Yeah.
All right, we about to get into some lit or shit. Lit or shit is our pop culture segment where we talk about all the fuck shit on your timelines. Bill, is you drinking anything or smoking anything to celebrate your tenants and your new benzo and all that other fly shit?
Not for them. Not for that. I mean, I just smoke and drink. So I had a beer. I smoked a little weed. I got like a little fucking congestion. I hope I ain't getting no cold. My kids had a cold, so I hope I ain't getting no cold. But I don't know. I'm just.
Hey, B, you don't never want to fucking work with me. We supposed to make it seem like we doing it for these niggas. You just like, nah, I ain't doing that for them. I ain't doing that for that.
When you said you're doing it from a car in my house celebrating.
Yeah, I'm just like, are we celebrating? You don't never be vibing with me like, yeah, that's what we doing. Like, you don't be reading the room with me, man.
I get fucked up every day. I've been trying to slow down on that, actually.
I've been drinking a lot in the past couple of days, and I definitely gotta chill because I had company, and then I went to go hang with some of my folks that was in town yesterday, and I was just like, shit, all right, time to slow down. Then I turned in my shit for work on Friday morning, so that means I'm officially done at 10 o'clock on Friday. So then I got a whole fucking day.
Fuck out of here. You crazy.
Hey, I'm just trying to be a good steward and make sure my coworkers got what they need, because it ain't really about the other people. It's about the people that I fuck with that I know my work just got dumped on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. I'm the same way. Like, I don't like to do bad business, but shit, by Thursday at 12, it's over.
Bruh, listen, I cut out yesterday at 2, like in the middle of the day, and went to that damn luminarium or whatever it was. That was pretty dope. It was a little overpriced though. That shit was $35 to go in there, and it's basically a safari, and they doing a lot of that around here. I don't know if they're doing that in the other areas, but there are a lot of immersive experience places popping up. Mm. And for those who don't know, it's basically where they use like projectors and shit and make you feel like you are inside of this experience. And the one that I went to was with a friend of mine who was in town, and her kids and her sister. And this was Wild Safari. So like, it was cool, but it's literally like, you go in this one room and it's kind of like your holding room, and they do like a cool little thing. And then you go into another room and that's it. Like, this one room turns into like these different jungle like environments, and it's cool, but it probably literally take about 20-25 minutes and you stay in the same room. And then it's almost like a video, and then it starts back over. You know what I'm saying? So I went over to the guy. I was just like, so is there another room that you go through to when you finish this one? He was like, no.
Well, you're outside.
He was like, right. He was just like, yeah, you just stay here. It's going to basically go through 5 scenes or whatever. So when you see the same scene that you've seen before, it has started over, and you probably want to leave if you want to. I was like, oh, this is a scam. And he was like, nah, it is. Nah, it is. I was just like, at $35 a pop, bro. $35 a pop. How y'all families do it, I have no fucking idea. Because if I would have bust out $200 to go in there, I would have been hot, boy. I didn't want to pay the $35 that I had to pay, but I was just like, it's a one. I thought it was cool, so I was willing to pay the $35. But once I was in there, I was like, this shit cool, but I need like $15 back, bro.
Yeah,
like I need like $15 back off of this, because I thought you was gonna go into like, I don't know what I thought, if you were going into like different rooms and shit that was going to give you like a different vibe. But I guess if all the rooms are basically white for the most part, and you have all of these projectors that's making the room that environment, I guess you don't need multiple rooms. But I just needed something else for $35 a pop. And they don't have no kids prices, no none of that. Everybody paying $35 minimum a pop for that shit. But if you're looking for something to do with your kids, or you know, even a cute little date, if you want to pull out $70 to do that, go to the Illuminarium. It's over near is it Tongue and Groove? No, damn, I forgot the name of the place, and I went to it just a week ago. But anyway, look it up. It's new. It just opened up on the 30th of June, I think. So if you're coming to Atlanta and you're looking for some shit, do that. If y'all know where to take teenagers in Atlanta, let me know. My nieces are coming. They're both 15, but one's about to turn 16. But my nieces are coming, and I know some stuff to do with them, but you know, I don't have children, so I don't really be looking for like, oh, what's good for people under 21. You know what I mean? So, let me know if y'all know any places for, young adults, old children, I guess, or whatever it is. But let's get into our lit or shit. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and people have been asking me about because they want to see our perspective on it. But it's been a couple weeks since we recorded. And since we recorded, I think on the last show, we kind of shouted Sha'Carri out. Sha'Carri. I'm going with Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri Richarson out.
Somebody said that Sha'Carri is the nigga that's somebody said Sha'Carri is the nigga that's fucking the Sha.
What's his name?
The trans dude.
Oh.
That's it. I can't see it. So go ahead. Keep going.
Don't do that to Sha'Carri.
Do
not do that to Sha'Carri. But last time we recorded, that showed you how many weeks back this was, about 3 weeks ago or so. A lot has happened in those 3 weeks. Sha'Carri, we were bigging up Sha'Carri. My sentiments is this fucking country does not deserve, and the country decided to say, or the Olympic organization decided to say, you can't run because Sha'Carri smoked some weed. Piss test came back dirty. Her reasoning behind it, she kind of took full responsibility for it. She had learned that her biological mother had passed away on national TV, and from someone while she was on national television. And she went and lit up. And the Olympics banned her. Since then, there has been a lot of support and shit like that. But Sha'Carri was recently, in the past 2 weeks, offered a $250,000 vape deal. Vaping organization Dr. Dabber, an organization that specializes in all things weed, has offered her an opportunity that won't require any training. The company offered her $250,000 to be one of their ambassadors. And they said that we are saddened to learn of your recent suspension from the U.S. track and field team due to THC. We believe that THC can actually have many positive effects on an athlete's recovery and overall mental well-being. First, how did you feel about the ban? Are you one of those, like, the rules are the rules, or like, fuck that, stop doing that shit? You know what I'm saying? What was your thoughts when you first?
The rules are the rules, but I think they should lift the rules for sure. But she admitted it, you know what I'm saying? Like, she said, I smoke weed. Like, I knew it was, jeopardizing my shit, and it is what it is. So, I definitely think, they should, adjust the rules and obviously, because that's not a performance enhancing drug.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in that regard, yeah, but also on the flip side of that, the rules are the rules. Like, if she was aware of that and she did it, then I don't think nobody can really be mad.
Yeah.
The only person who can be mad is her because she let herself down. You know what I'm saying?
So how does Michael Phelps get to smoke weed?
He never got some. Well, see, so the thing about that, he got pictured with a bong, but he never tested positive.
Oh, so basically he had a better team than Sha'Carri.
Yeah, he just didn't test positive.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
He got
like I
pictured
said,
with
he
the
had
bong.
a better team than Sha'Carri. That was able
and the bong, and I think he got pictured with the bong on the on the back end, like after all the testing and shit was done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think it was.
And Michael Phelps has admitted to smoking weed, not like admitted to it. Like, yeah, I was doing it while I was training and shit. Of course, he would be dumb to admit that, but Michael Phelps has.
But even still, you can say, like, even if he said I was, while I was training, but I won't doing it in the time frame where, if you didn't test me, like if you tested me and I came back negative, then that's it. Like, you can't, there's nothing you can refute. You know what I mean? You can test me again. That's about it.
So
even if I say I was doing it.
So I've never been in a position where I've trained for something my entire life and it comes down to a certain moment or, a certain part of time in which I'm able to display these skills in which I have built up my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And this is the moment. This 200. So with a lot of this, especially with, especially in the Black community, we're doing these things to make a better life for ourselves. We're trying to use our athleticism to make money and also provide for our families and get up out the hood and all that good stuff, right? Sha'Carri being offered $250 for this, plus Sha'Carri is a star. Sha'Carri is not going to hurt I feel like there's going to be a bag on the table. If she chooses to do reality, if she chooses to do endorsements, like she still kept her Nike endorsement, which we'll talk about in just a second. She still has all of those things. Would you go for the money, or do you feel like you must have this moment or time period in which you have trained your whole life, which for her would be the Olympics? What do you think you would choose if you was in that position?
You mean in this? So meaning that, like, so I tested positive and I couldn't go, or I could go?
No, I'm just saying next year or in 4 years or whatever, when she's able to do it again. Except for, I'm sure if you get a fucking vape deal or some shit like that, that might hurt.
Nah, if you don't test positive. If they test
don't know
you,
the specific rules. So in my scenario right now, like your two options are you get these bags that's being offered to you, or you wait and
I'm doing both. I'm gonna run.
And both is not an option. If you take this vape deal and you can't endorse drugs, it's a marijuana company. You can't.
I'm trying to take care of myself. I mean, financially, like, yeah. At the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? If I'm getting $250,000 from this person and then another cannabis company comes in and then wants me to endorse them or whatever, like, no, I'm getting that paper. Like, yeah. The thing about it, like, you can always run. You can stop smoking weed for 30 days or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Cause I think in the real life scenario, like, as long as she doesn't test positive for whatever drugs, then she good. It's just that she tested positive. Like, you can have endorsement deals. This doesn't, it does. I mean, if it does, obviously, obviously you have to change it. But even still, I'm trying to get that paper. Like, I don't know how much the Olympics, provides in terms of like monetary settlements or monetary gain. But I mean, if I'm able to make $1 million, whereas, I may make 300,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might get, obviously you get endorsements and shit, but I mean, weed is the way of the world. Like, she was, even in the place where she was at, she was in Oregon. Like, it's legal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So she didn't do anything illegal. She just did something against the rules. So,
exactly.
So in terms of that, like, nah, I mean, rules are made to be broken, but money is made to be made. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I would certainly err on the side of that. And then, if things work themselves out that I can continue to run and do whatever, then I'll it's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'd certainly go get the bag. Cause the thing, like with Sha'Carri, I was watching something on some sports show, and it was a gentleman who was very eloquent and articulate in terms of what, like, the way he posed it. But Sha'Carri is, while she's a star, she's not a star in terms of, like, there's way better, like, track and field athletes, like women. Like, it was like she was going to get her boots smoked in the Olympics. Like, she's not even the best Olympian on the American side. Like, she's very fast. I think she ran like a 10.4 or some shit, or 10.7. And it's like a girl in Jamaica who's the best, who's running like a 10.3.8 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to smoke her boots and is well in it. Like, the thing about it, she was just kind of like, the first cowboy over the hill type deal. So like she had all the pomp and circumstance. She got the hair, she got the nails, you know what I mean? It's Flojo-esque type shit. But, what's his name that just came back from having a baby? That's like she's the most decorated track and field athlete. And she just came back from having a baby. Damn, what's her name? Something Felix. I can look that shit up in a second, but she doesn't even have these amount of endorsement deals that Sha'Carri has, just because it's the weed part. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't for her attributes on the actual track, on the track that got her this endorsement. It was the weed part. And then she ran, a blazing time. But in that particular, if you know anything about track, it's about heats and shit. So like the heat that she was in, she qualified for the Olympics for sure. And it was definitely a marvelous feat, but she wasn't even the fastest, like, girl that's going to be running the 100-meter dash. You know what I'm saying? She's one of them, but she's not the fastest. Like, I don't know if you've seen that video of that. It was that little dark-skinned girl that's on the Olympic team from the World Championship like a couple years ago. And she caught the fourth leg of the 400, the 100-meter hurdles, or not hurdles, 400-meter, what's the shit? What's the shit when the baton shit? Yeah. Yeah. I forgot the name of that shit, but,
relays.
Relays. Yeah. Perfect. So she was on that team, but she's not even the fastest person on that team. Like, it's 3 other people that are faster than her, like, statistically. You know what I'm saying? So she just called.
You just gotta be the fastest that day.
That's true. But the likelihood of it is slim to none when you're facing like show enough monsters. Like in Jamaica, like them girls is show enough monsters. I don't know what they got like between Usain Bolt and I forget the other girl's name in Jamaica. I forgot her name, but she's a beast. Like she's the world champion and damn near I think world record holder or some shit like that. She's a beast. You know what I mean? So, but Sha'Carri has garnered much more attention and success because of the fact that she has the hair and now she just, she smoked weed and shit like that. And she just, she like super enigmatic, I think, whatever the fuck the word is. But she just, like people are drawn to her because of all the hair and the nails and shit like that.
She's not only, she has a star quality with her. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of athletes that will never be, fucking Shaq, who shout out is rich as fuck. Cause Shaq has a personality and they like Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be good at your job, but not be like a star. You know what I'm saying?
For
like
sure. That's what I'm saying. So she capitalizing on her star. You know what I mean? Which she should.
Of course. So that's where I was coming in at, cause I was really like, fuck, like I'm doing all this to get money. You know what I'm saying? That's just like somebody offering me motherfucking $250 million and I'm still just, or 250,000 and I'm still just going to work for the year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Cause you know what I mean?
Like I'm still
the
going to go
Olympics is just one piece of it. It's just one piece of it. Like Floyd lost the gold medal and is the greatest boxer of all time. You see what I'm saying? Like in the richest boxer, in the richest athlete of all time. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't win the gold. So it's like, that's just one cog or one piece of the puzzle in terms of like her whole stardom. Cause she can go and win the world championships or compete in the world championships, which is a different, variation of track and field. And then she can go compete, as a professional track and field, performer. So I played, sports, all the sports seem like, 7th through 12th grade. Right. And for me, I'm just like, I don't want to spend my college time fucking working out and all this bullshit playing basketball for what? You know what I'm saying? It's not like, even if I have risen to the level of a WNBA player, they don't get paid shit. You know what I'm saying? So I've never had a love for sports like that, where I've trained for something my entire life and it is leading up to these particular moments. So for me, it's easy. I'm taking the money. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? People been training for this shit like their entire life. My dream was to win a gold medal, or my dream was to be in the Olympics or shit like that. So I was wondering, like, if she, would be like, if I already got the money, do I even care to fucking be running? Yeah. Anymore? That's what happens. Like, right. So like people get on, they've been rapping their entire lives, or, a good portion of their adult lives. They get on, they have their whole life to make their first album. They get on, it's a great album. Second album, third album, they get rich. They kind of lose their luster, right? So that's just kind of like, you get rich and then you kind of lose, you see it for NBA players or any sports player. Like motherfuckers come in, like Jamarcus Russell. Motherfucker was the number one fucking quarterback coming out of LSU. Maybe in 06, 05, some shit. Signed for $40 million off the rip. Motherfucker ain't thrown not a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he just got paid, and like, motherfucker 21, 22 years old from the dirt and never had shit, and then get $40 million, like getting hit and shit. Like, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
getting hit
you know what I mean? You
think
about it,
true.
like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Like, cause you gotta think, like, a lot of these people, a good portion of them love the game and love doing that, whatever they, plan on doing. But a lot of these motherfuckers don't necessarily love it as much, especially when they get paid. And, you got some that want to, do it for the love of the game and, make a lot of money in the meantime. But there's also some people that get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just reality of it. Like, some people just get fed up with that shit because some people live in, dreams of other people. Like,
that is true.
Like, you living other people's dreams. So
that is very true. Your boy Kanye dropped a commercial. Had a Beats by Dre commercial that aired during Game 6 with Sha'Carri. Another endorsement with Sha'Carri, and basically confirmed that Donda album that some of y'all, I heard it was highly anticipated. That's what I heard. I didn't even know about it. But Kanye ain't really on my radar like that no more. The Donda album will be Kanye's 10th album. He said the release date is this Friday. And it includes tracks like No Child Left Behind, which was in the Beats by Dre ad with Sha'Carri. You sent that to me, and you was like, it sounds good. It sounds like what you wanted to hear.
From the snippet, yeah, I'm intrigued to hear it. I've been on some fuck Kanye shit, but I just want to see where he's at mentally, and to see, because he's been off the radar after that whole like presidential run and shit and all that. Like, he's been off the radar. A lot of shit's gone on in his life. He had a divorce. So I just want to see where he's at mentally. I was looking at Van Lathan's tweet, and I think I listened to his podcast earlier. He was like, "Fuck Kanye still, but he's like, I'm gonna listen to that goddamn album, but I ain't buying no shirts and no Yeezys and no shit. You can kiss my ass, nigga." That shit was funny. That shit was funny as fuck to me. But real shit though, like, I'm gonna listen to the album just because I want to, like, I just want to see where he's at. You know what I'm saying? I want to wait and see
what everybody else say. If people say it's worth listening to, it's not been a Kanye album worth listening to in about 3-4 albums. So, I'll give it a run. I'm definitely not buying no Kanye shit. Definitely not buying nothing that, unless Nike re-released the Red Octobers. But I'm not buying no Kanye shit or none of that shit. Still fuck Kanye to me. However, outside of fuck Kanye, what I heard didn't really do nothing for me. It sounds like his shit. Like, it sounds like the more recent shit. But I am also a drums person. And I heard Kanye been doing a lot without drums. And on that, I didn't hear any drums on it either. Again, I only listened to the 30-second clip or whatever, that went viral. But I don't feel like, I'm very easily impressed, especially when you used to be a god. And even outside of the presidential shit, you know what I'm saying? And Kanye just being a total fucking nut. Even if he were still like verbally the old Kanye, like, he still haven't had anything for me that have been pleasing to the ear really since The Life of Pablo. And that album was great to me.
What albums came out after that?
I Love Being Bipolar or whatever. Yeezus. It was Yeezus. What was the shit with the album? Ain't it I Love Being Bipolar? Or
I don't think so. Let me look.
Let's shit see. Was something like that. Yeezy. That Yeezy album.
Kids See Ghosts. I ain't
Kids See Ghosts. Yep. He had that shit. What's the album with the mountains on it?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling them up. Let's see. Albums. Jesus is King, Kids See Ghosts, and Yay. I ain't hear neither one of those. None of those. None of the three. Yeah. He says, I hate being bipolar. No, I hate being bipolar. It's awesome.
I knew it was something like that.
That's crazy. I ain't even hear none of that shit.
That's all. I was just like, now he had some shit about being bipolar. Like, and the reason I remember is because he tried to do some flip on it. Like, it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, which is kind of funny. What he was trying to do there. I see what he was trying to do there. So Sha'Carri and all that is going on with Sha'Carri is lit or shit.
It's lit.
I think that it is lit as well. Shit that's supposed to happen happens, man. It happens for a reason. One of your faves, T-Pain, recently shared an unpopular opinion. T-Pain first shared this controversial opinion while on Instagram Live, referencing that he believes that all the music is way too similar these days. He goes on this rant and he says, stop doing that. Do something else. You're not original. Give me some original shit. Then T-Pain kind of doubled down on it and said, just fucking do something else. Goddammit. Do some different music. We all have the shit you're doing. Lil Uzi Vert is already doing it. Lil Baby is already doing it. The Baby is already doing it. We have two babies in there and two rappers with Baby in their name pretty much doing the same music. Everybody just do some new shit. I found that very interesting, and I found that very interesting coming from T-Pain kind of the artists, and only because I feel like T-Pain was one of the people who ushered in a lot of this shit sounding the same. Why all of these niggas got this, all of these rappers are out here with all this fucking auto-tune on their voice, doing this sing rap shit. I feel like T-Pain is a little bit responsible for some of that. But
yeah,
what was
so
your
he's saying do something
that?
different. Don't do what I did, nigga. Do something different.
I mean, T-Pain's still doing the same T-Pain, though.
Because he uses auto-tune?
No, his music just sounds
it does not
very
sound
the same.
It doesn't.
It definitely does. It sounds like T-Pain. T-Pain has a signature sound. We got to admit that, right? T-Pain has a signature
it's
sound.
great. T-Pain's one of the greatest of all time. Continues to still be one of the greatest of all time. Because that fucking record with Kalani is amazing.
I like that album. I like that record. I like that record. With T-Pain, I think that it's, I think we always have a difference of opinion on these types of topics because, that's how I've been feeling, about Chris Brown. Lately, everything sounds very Chris Brown. Like it's nothing really exciting about it for me. You like, oh, this Chris Brown and fucking go. And I'm just like, yeah, it sounds like the other Chris Brown song and the other Chris Brown song. When I hear Chris Brown song, sounds like a Chris Brown song lately. And that's not taking away saying Chris Brown is not great. I'm just saying I feel like all artists come to some type of plateau creatively. And I feel like Chris Brown is there. And I feel like T-Pain sounds like T-Pain. I do. Do you feel like, I feel like one of the things about the Baby and Lil Baby doing the same music, and I feel like
he didn't say they're doing the same music.
The quote is two niggas with babies in their name pretty much doing the same music. That's the exact quote.
He didn't say that. He said it's two niggas with baby and he said it's something to the effect of like two niggas with baby and they're doing their thing and y'all niggas is doing the same music they are, some shit like that. It wasn't that. I heard that clip of me.
He said, here's the exact transcript. He said, Little Baby is already doing it. The Baby is already doing it. There are already two rappers with Baby in their name pretty much doing the same music.
I don't know if I remember that, but anyway, I mean, but the way it sounded, he wasn't like he was basically bigging them niggas up. He's saying like, y'all niggas stop doing the music that they're doing because they don't even make the same music. Lil Baby and
that's why I said they don't make the
them niggas don't
make the same music at all. They two totally different type of rappers
for sure.
Out there, and I feel like the Baby is kind of the bigger star, but I feel like Little Baby will have the longer staying power. What do you think?
Nah, Lil Baby is the bigger star, and he's the highest selling. He had the most records sold last year, like more than Taylor Swift.
Well, when it comes to when I say star, I'm not necessarily talking about record sales alone. The Baby is on everything. On your TV, The Baby.
So it's Lil Baby. Lil Baby's there. Like, this nigga was in fucking, he on the Space Jam soundtrack with fucking Kirk Franklin.
Do you feel like they both have staying power? Do you feel like they both have the same staying power?
Absolutely. I think they're like the new, like, I think the Baby's like Luda / Busta type shit. And I think Lil Baby's kind of like, he dubbed himself today as, on the record, he's a new Lil Wayne, but he smokes all the features. I think them niggas, like, cause they're both talented in terms of rapping. Like, at the end of the day, what happens for me, like, nice niggas is always going to be the best. Like, when, just historically, the nicest of the nice when it comes to rapping are the best. And the Baby is nice as fuck at rapping. Lil Baby is nice as fuck at rapping. The thing with Baby that I think he's gonna have to switch up is just the same amount, flow. Like just not even the flow necessarily, just like the production and shit. Like the flow is good enough to withstand that. He just got to get better production because a lot of his production sounds the same, and which constantly bleeds into his flow. But he can rap like a motherfucker. Like if you listen to exactly what he's saying, he be spitting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's just it's just monotone, like his beats and the flutes and all that shit, like that shit. And the heavy 808 and the flute is like his signature sound. He's going to have to get away from that. Like he's going to have to diversify, much like J. Cole had to, like J. Cole. But again, the bars, they're undeniable, right? So like even like Drake, the best rapper. Fucking Cole, great rapper, best rapper. Fucking Kendrick, whenever he decides to put out music, the best rapper, great rapper. Like, and going back, Hove, Nas, Wayne, like niggas are just by far like just the best at putting words together and making them rhyme cohesively, succinctly, and like just sonically, right? So I feel like Lil Baby now is to a point where I think Lil Baby's the best little nigga that there is, like by far, hands down. Nobody can fuck with him. He's the best rapper. He made dope music. Motherfuckers like Lil Durk. I hate Lil Durk. He don't be saying shit, in my opinion. And it doesn't really sound good. But Lil Baby, whereas he can rap. I don't
get Lil Durk or G Herbo, to be 100% honest. I don't understand.
G Herbo nice.
G Herbo sounds
G Herbo's way better than fucking Lil Durk. Lil Durk is.
You sent me that freestyle and I listened to that shit twice trying to hear what you heard. I was like, fuck no, what the fuck is this shit?
The one on Power 105 wasn't as good as the one on Funk Flex. The shit on Funk Flex was crazy. But even in Tory Lanez nice. Like I fuck with Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez dope as fuck. Like he's super dope. So I like all the not all the little niggas because I don't like Lil Durk and shit. But he ain't really no little nigga no more. Lil Durk been out for mad long. Like he just started super early. But in terms of Lil Baby, I think he's by far the best. He smokes everything he gets on. He makes great music. And a part of being a rapper for me is like you having a unique voice that sounds good with the music that's paired with it. And correct. I think he does a very good job at that as well. Smart little dude, you know what I'm saying? I think he got a lot of staying power for sure. Him and the Baby, for sure.
Yeah,
him more than anybody though.
I like both. I like the Baby and I like Lil Baby. My bet on staying power is Lil Baby to me because I think the Baby sound is very, like you said, like I like the Baby when I hear his songs individually. Like sure. You said, it's when you listen to a whole album at one time, it starts to sound like the same album. You know what I mean? It sound like, the same fucking song. It starts to sound like the same song. But just like the Migos, if I hear them in one-offs, I'm alright. I'm turned. You give me a whole set of fucking the 6 of the Baby's songs, and I'm just like, I'm cool. Like, I'm kind of.
If you take just his filler songs, yes. But if you get like the Baby got like he got probably about 10 songs that'll go. Like his dope songs, like consecutively, like they'll go. But just like an album.
Yeah, I like them individually. Like I've listened to the Baby. I always give the Baby albums at least a once over. You know,
that's what I'm saying. So like the albums necessarily but like the standout songs from the various albums that he has.
100%. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So you said in a series. So if I play like a set, like 10 song set from the Baby, you gonna be like, oh, this shit jamming. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Got you. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, if the DJ play bop in it and then play, you know what I mean? Some of that shit. Yeah. Dope. I'm not about to play Kirk from beginning to the end. Ain't that nigga named Kirk? Whatever that album was called. I'm not about to just hit that on play and start going around my house doing shit because I don't really like that shit. But I thought that who do you think are the most unique artists? You talked about who you think the best artists are because they individually are lyrically gifted and able to put that gift on a track to make a whole package. But who are some like unique rap artists? Who you think kind of stands out? Who's not making the same shit everybody else?
Shit, everybody I name. Kendrick, fucking J. Cole, fucking Drake. Like all them niggas, like all that shit.
The new guys though, the new ones, okay. Where you're talking about the Uzi Verts, the Babies, you know, it seems like T-Pain here is talking about basically like the younger niggas, all that under 30
sure.
crowd.
I like ESTG. He hard. I was listening to his fucking. He signed the Yo Gotti and shit. I fuck with him. Moneybag dope.
I fuck with Moneybag.
Yeah, Moneybag.
I fuck with Moneybag heavy.
Moneybag dope. Lil Baby is extremely dope.
I said unique.
I mean the Baby
who
dope.
Is unique, like, not dope. Like
I mean,
who stands out because they're just different.
Young Boy, all them niggas, man.
Yeah, I definitely feel like
Roddy Ricch. I like Roddy Ricch. He's super dope.
I do like Roddy Ricch. I definitely. I don't know. I think like it's so easy these days to make a hit. Like you got the nigga like the Young Blue nigga and
Young
all
Blue
of these.
is fucking dope as fuck. That nigga is fire. Young Blue. I got 10 songs from Young Blue right now that goddamn get the party going. That's a fact.
Do they all sound like that one song? I've only heard like 2 songs.
He got some shit on her album that's amazing. He got the hardest song on her outside of Damage and like the shit that we've all heard, but the shit that wasn't, I guess, heard or he got a song on fucking her album that is retarded. He got a new song with Chris Brown and 2 Chainz that is crazy. He got the They Say Time Heals that's dope. He got a couple joints with Boosie because he's actually signed to Boosie. So he got a couple joints with Boosie. That's crazy. Like Young Blue is extremely talented. Like he's very talented. They're trying to cancel him now, but he's dope. He's super dope.
What the fuck he do?
That nigga tweeted like, brothers, if y'all want to stay faithful, post on Instagram and keep it moving because it's nothing but titties and ass on there, which is true. I mean, like you just.
So what's the problem with that?
Yeah, who knows?
Why they trying to cancel him? Hold on, say it again. You said they trying to cancel him.
Yeah, that's what
said
like the shade room.
Are they trying to cancel him because it ain't nothing but titties and ass on Instagram?
Yeah, because basically like some shit. I don't know. They be bringing up past tweets and shit. I don't really be giving a fuck about all that shit. I keep it moving because that nigga
podcaster, pop culture podcaster.
Am I really a pop culture podcaster? I don't really be giving a fuck about pop culture. I like the banter that we have, and I like the free smoking shit. I don't really give a fuck about these niggas. Like. You know what I mean? Like, I love, like, just talking to you about life. Like, that shit be the illest shit. Like, these niggas can kiss my ass because they don't give a fuck about us.
No, they don't give a fuck about us.
And I don't give a fuck about them.
It's just content for the dog.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That's the format.
Yeah, I subscribe to the show, obviously. But I'm just saying,
I subscribe to the show, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, I could very well not talk about any of that shit. Like on a, you know what I mean, consistent basis. Like, certain music comes up or certain crazy shit, yeah, absolutely. But in terms of like keeping up with all that shit, I don't be keeping up with all that shit because somebody getting canceled every other fucking day. You know what I mean? Like it's too much to fucking take in.
Yeah,
I do like that Normani and Cardi B song. That shit is sexy. And
so let's talk about that.
Hold on, before I get there, fucking Doja Cat is thick as a goddamn lion. I was watching Dave, and Dave is a wild show, but like. On this last episode, I think it actually premieres tonight, but the one that came on last week, he bagged Doja Cat on some like app and shit, and she was like, it was weird. It was a Dave episode, but it was very well done. But my nigga, her body is fucking crazy. Like, how dare she think she's white? You're not white with that body. Like, when I'm talking about, she got a fat old monkey butt and like a little bitty waist.
Doja Cat bent. I don't know how y'all missed that.
There is crazy.
But Doja Cat bent it.
They had close-ups though. Like she had like the cat suits on and she was doing like the little like performance, like rehearsal shit. I looked at my wife, I said, what the fuck is that? Like, it was one of them like slow gratuitous pans in the camera and shit, like purposely.
Slow
and I was like, I looked at her, she was like, God damn. I was like, word. Like, that shit is crazy. But anyway, yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
I personally think that it is cringy for me. Talking about going back to the Normandy party shit. I don't want to see I don't personally, this is my personal opinion.
I didn't see the video. I just heard the song.
Okay, so I know that Cardi is still like trying to be Cardi and shit. But I ain't trying to see no pregnant bitch in no compromising situations.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not sexy to me. I don't want to see a pregnant bitch in another
It's pregnant porn on it. It's pregnant porn out there. Motherfuckers like that.
It's definitely something for everybody. It's also snuff porn out there. It's just, it's all types of porn out there and there's all types of fetishes. But me personally, I ain't trying to see no pregnant woman fucking making out. Like, I think and again, this is my personal opinion. I don't really give a fuck what nobody else thinks. I feel like when I look at you and you're fucking incubating a life inside of you, I don't want to see you trying to flip a bitch over in a threesome and trying to make out and on here.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lie.
You're not doing that. You better sit your ass down and nurture this and read some books and like, yeah.
And I ain't even saying that, oh, you got to sit down and be a hermit and be demure and all this shit, but can you just tone down some shit for a couple months for me? That's not sexy to me. A bitch with a big belly and a baby in it that is not somebody that I got pregnant is not gonna be sexy to me. Like, that shit ain't sexy. Like, that's Offset shit. Like, you supposed to be showing that shit to Offset. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. We cool. We don't want to see it. Like, it, I don't know, bro. It makes me cringe. It's just like seeing a pregnant girl in the club.
Yeah, that's what I said. Sit your ass down. You should be at home, chilling.
Yeah,
relaxing. That shit takes a lot out of you, man. That shit is
hell yeah.
Yeah, you need to be resting up, my nigga. Like, you don't need to be on no fucking set. Like, the thing, I guess the reveal when she performed with the Migos and shit, that shit was dope. Like, I fucked with that. That was cool. But like, my old lady wouldn't be popping ass and like twerking and shit. I couldn't deal with that. But, you know, again, niggas is different, man. Niggas like certain shit, and she is one of the biggest stars in the world, so it's gonna be hard to tell her. But I mean,
hey, I'm not telling you gotta sit down. It's just my opinion on it, because at the end of the day, your bag is your bag, and don't listen to no motherfucking body's trying to stop you from getting your motherfucking bag. I'm just saying it makes me cringe. Hey, personally,
I know with that shit. Hey, I've been in the hospital for fucking 2.5 months with my wife with pregnancy because bedridden. So I don't be playing with that shit. I need you to be as comfortable and chilling and less stressed out as possible. And I feel like getting ready for video shoots and doing all the other shit is just a bit extreme.
Yeah, my thought process ain't even from that. I'm just not trying to see you talk about sucking dick and tonguing a bitch down and all this shit while you literally look pregnant. Like, it's not even where you can hide it no more. Like,
oh shoot, they was kissing and shit?
I mean, it was a lot. You remember like that little kind of move? First of all, fucking Cardi was pregnant, and I said Cardi was pregnant a long time ago. Y'all niggas didn't want to listen to me. I be knowing when bitches be pregnant, although I was wrong about Rihanna unless she got like an abortion or had a miscarriage or something, because I did think Rihanna was pregnant at one point in time. But you remember when her and Meg was on whatever, and they did like WAP, and they did like that leg thing where one was on top then flipped the other?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some shit like that. It was like a move, kind of like that, and they kind of like up, kind of like on each other and shit. It's just a lot for me. It was just a lot.
Get the fuck out! Don't be flipping my fuck. You ain't even supposed to be on your stomach. What the fuck?
Hey,
that fame shit is wicked.
Hey, for sure. But I do like the song.
Yeah, that shit's sexy.
I haven't seen the star power that everybody really, really loves about Normani yet. She's good. I haven't seen anything that stands out or make me be like, oh, turn on that Normani. But I'm looking forward to it because I like when the chocolate girl can come up
That song dope.
I like the song. I've only heard it once, but it sound cool. It used the kind of Aaliyah, was it 1 in a Million? Yeah, she used something because, you know, Aaliyah family always mad. Aaliyah family and fucking Marvin Gaye family always mad.
But they ain't that mad because they ain't got Aaliyah music streaming.
Yeah, and they don't want nobody else. They don't want nobody else to use that shit.
Y'all stupid. I'm putting that shit right the fuck up on fucking line. Nigga,
fuck yeah.
Let's get this stream popping.
Let's get these fucking streams popping. Like, seriously. That shit is fucking crazy. And they still don't want to admit that it was what it was with Aaliyah. Like, the girl is dead. The girl's gone a long time. Dead for
a long time ago.
A long time. Almost, isn't it? It might be a dub already.
Yeah, it is.
It's close.
It'll be like 20. It'll be 20 years this August, next month.
Wow. T-Pain saying everybody need to stop doing the same music. He's little shit.
That's true, I guess. But it's a lot of variety. I don't know, you know, I'm sure the thing about it, obviously it's just a clip, but the thing he says is like, I keep getting, like, motherfuckers be sending him music. So he's one of the greatest producers out of all time. And he's also one of the greatest writers of all time, all that shit. So he gets a shitload of music. I'm sure people sending it his way, and it probably all sounds exactly the same. And I think that's where it stems from. Cause it wasn't actually on his live. It was on his podcast, which is a dope podcast. He's a funny guy, but, so he spoke about it there, you know what I mean? And like the continuation of that clip, he was saying like, y'all motherfuckers keep sending me the same shit. Like, I keep hearing the same shit. Motherfuckers keep sending me the same shit. So in terms of that, like, be original, you know what I mean? Like, you know, obviously it's going to be a variation. You can use auto-tune, whatever. Cause I mean, everybody's been using auto-tune, and it's not like he founded that shit. But at the same time, like, just be original. Like, you can still use shit and still be original. You know what I mean? Like, just be creative. So I think that's where it comes from. So in that vein, it's lit because I agree with him. Be original. And try to be creative as possible.
I mean, I think that is lit. I think it was interesting coming from T-Pain. But I do think that it's a lot of music that sound the same out here. Like, if you put on like a certain Pandora station or some shit like that, you about to hear a bunch of songs by a bunch of niggas with a bunch of letters and shit in their name. And that should be sounding the same. Like, it might not be your superstar rappers like your Lil Babies and the Babies. But it is a lot of motherfuckers sounding the same. It's a lot of the niggas been sounding the same. A lot of the girls are starting to sound the same. So I agree. I just found it interesting coming from T-Pain. But I think it's lit because I think, you know, let's get some originality. I'm tired of like all the sing-song rappers because I feel like it's not a lot of talent. It's just a bunch of auto-tune and y'all holding on to words. Here's
the thing. It's just so many fucking people doing music now. Like, back in the day when we were coming up, and well before that, obviously, like, you had to be talented. Like, you had to get on and get discovered and get, you know, cultivated and nurtured and shit before you get out and shit. You know what I mean? You have, like, but now it's just you're inundated with music. So, of course, with everybody doing music, you're going to find, like, at one point, everybody was doing the Allen Iverson crossover. And now niggas is doing a step back and shit. So it's just like parody. Like, you see what you're used to. You hear, like, even with old school rappers, like not old school rap, but like even rappers that say, for example, like Griselda, for example, the hardcore hip hop, you probably don't listen to it. I really don't listen to it because I don't really like the way it sounds. But I heard some shit on Twitter, like from, I don't know, 07, 06. Niggas sound like Dipset. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just get influenced by what you get influenced by, especially when you're young and you're trying to find your voice and trying to find your way. And then as you continue to grow and live life and learn life, you understand what works for you, what sounds good to you, and what, like, your life experiences are. So, I mean, it's just now that we're just inundated with fucking everybody from around the way is making music and loading that shit up, and then some of that shit catching and some of it ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
So I also want to put the onus on record labels. Somebody comes out with a hit song, they want a bunch of other rappers that sound like that because that's what's going to sell. So then we have all of these rappers who kind of sound the same being pushed into our face. And also, on top of that, record labels are now giving out single deals.
So record labels always gave single deals, though.
Well, single deals wasn't something that you were always hearing about. We can both agree, right, that they have become more popular in the past 7-8 years.
I mean, but we were coming up, niggas used to sell singles. Like, I remember buying Snoop Dogg Doggy Style single.
But you know what I'm saying? You were buying a single, but you were not signed to a single deal. Like, you were not signed to you're making one song.
Yeah.
We're making one song. Like that,
though,
they are literally handing out deals for a song.
Right. So what they're doing even with that, right? So it'll be a song. So that's a little different now because again, everybody's able to do their own thing. So people have their own buzz. So if you already have a song that's got 1 million views on the muscle of just doing that, they're going to give you some money to help promote that, to help get a percentage of that song where now that 1 million views goes to 20 million views and shit like that. So,
right. So instead of making bodies of work, niggas getting by a single at a time. And I understand it from a financial standpoint.
Right.
I get it, but it just leads to why we have a lot of shit that's sounding the same.
But what sounds the same though? Let's like, I mean, outside of like auto-tune, right? Like, so I don't think like the Migos sound like the Migos. Lil Baby sound like.
But you talking about all of the kind of bigger stars that have made like.
I guess because I don't listen to none of that shit. I'm not really. I don't
like
know.
You listen to your King Vons and your Lil Durks and all of that shit. Everybody sounds like that. Everybody sound like NBA Youngboy, King Von, like all of them type niggas. A lot of niggas are trying to sound like niggas like Moneybag and shit. There are a lot of niggas that sound exactly the same, that's talking that same shit. And if you listen to, like I said, if you out here only looking for the people you know, of course you going for, the people that you like. So they probably don't sound the same or you probably wouldn't like them like that. But if you just play Moneybag Yo radio or King Von radio or NBA Youngboy or something like that, all these shit sound the same. You even got to think about it from the Bryson Tiller type standpoint. Everybody was sounding like that. Then you have these rappers who are like your Roddy Riches, where are you a singer? Are you a rapper? What exactly is going on here? It's a lot of niggas that sound like Roddy Rich. Roddy Rich just happened to be the person that came to the top of the heat.
I just don't be knowing these niggas.
Exactly. Exactly. You don't be knowing the niggas because it's so many niggas out here. Because just like you said, ever since the invention of the internet, music transfer services, burning CDs, like all of that shit came into place. Now all a nigga got to do is have a microphone. Nigga, I can fucking rap on this shit right now and have the music later.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess just the cream always rise to the top, so the dope niggas be the dope niggas and shit. Mm-hmm. And if I like it, I like it. And if I don't think about it no other way. So I guess that's...
but on the flip side of that, it is everything ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. And that's always been the case, though.
Yeah, everything ain't for everybody. So, young nigga, if you can fucking get by making this shit, fucking make it. Get your fucking bag. It's an audience for everything. Like, I ain't hating. I wish it was more originality and diversity? Yeah, but I feel like I have enough of the stars.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a lot of originality and diversity. Cause like NBA Youngboy don't sound shit like Moneybag. And the Baby don't sound shit like Lil Baby.
But you're talking about fucking 5 niggas out of a sea of 1 million.
I'm just going through. Niggas. I mean, but like Big Sean don't sound like nobody. It's 1 million rappers.
You talking about the same ones. They don't sound alike, and that's why
like
they're
Blast
stars.
Don't sound like nobody. Like Blast sound like he got his own sound. Ty Dolla got their own sound. Like it's mad. It's like it's an abundance. Yes, while we're inundated, it's still an abundance of super dope niggas that once you hear it, like once I heard Blast, I was like, oh, this nigga's out of here, and this nigga's out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know.
Listen, Uzi, Lil Pump,
niggas ain't listening to them.
Niggas is listening to them. We not listening to them, my nigga.
For sure.
We
Uzi
don't
and Lil
listen
Pump
to them.
Be compared to each other.
Huh?
Lil Pump ain't made nothing since Gucci Mane, or whatever the fuck.
Bruh, this is the thing that you gotta understand. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the differences is making the stars, right? But it is a lot of niggas out here that have not risen to the level of who you and I would know. Yeah, but my fucking 15-year-old nieces, my fucking 21-year-old, they listening to these niggas and they playing these niggas and they all sound the same. Juice WRLD, Lil Uzi, Lil Pump, all them niggas sound the same.
Lil Pump, definitely not. Lil Pump, I wouldn't put him in, because Lil Pump ain't talented. Lil Uzi is talented.
All right.
Juice WRLD was talented. God bless the dead. Like, he was talented. He was only 20. Like, so these niggas ain't even he didn't have a start, but he could rap. He could make suit. Like, Lil Pump made Gucci Gang. He ain't been, Lil Pump needs some air. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is dead, bro. Like, Perp had Smoke Perp and all them niggas is over.
Them niggas sound the same. And
so.
I believe that there are a lot of
42
niggas
Doug. It's mad niggas. It's mad little dope niggas, man. I fuck with the little niggas. I ain't no hater.
There are. I agree with you. There are mad dope niggas, but there are also niggas who sound the same out here. Like, that it just is what it is. Like, the nigga ain't complaining for no reason. Like, you listening to your collective group of music and you listening to these people because they probably do sound different and they do sound dope and they do. Yup. But there are also niggas out here making the same fucking music out here and you don't know who is fucking who. If you just go out here and you hit that Pandora and, like I said, you play one of these radio stations to hear some songs that you ain't never heard before, you're gonna be like, oh, ain't that the nigga who sing? Nope, this a whole new little
But I think that's just because it's so many niggas out here. Yeah. It's just it. Like, I think it's just so many niggas out here. And, like, the old ear, because these niggas ain't making music for us 40 and 39 and 38-year-old ears.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you not hearing these niggas because they not for you. But the niggas that is popping on these younger circuits, they do. They it's definitely a bunch of them that sound the same. And because the thing about it is, if you fucking 21, 22, 24, you grew up in the era where all the music it sound the same. You know what I mean? You grew up in a certain era of music. So you making that. You making what's popping like for your era. But to sum it all up, I definitely think that it is lit. I definitely think that, the niggas who rise to the top are those niggas who either know how to stand out by way of sound or star power or personality. But it's only but so many top tier stars out there or top tier rappers. That group is hella small. That's the tip of the iceberg based in all of these thousands of fucking rappers that are under the water that you can't see because they don't rise to the level in which you would be listening to them or paying that much attention because you just like, I thought that was the last nigga that I just heard. Real quick, I did want to get on this. I know we're running long, but, in a video, shared on, Twitter, the NFL decided to declare that football is gay. In white letters on a black background, the word gay was replaced with words including lesbian, beautiful, queer, transgender, power, life. The video, was called, the declaration is football is for everyone. And the release was basically related to, what's the nigga name? Carl Nassib?
White dude from the Raiders.
Yeah. Nassib, coming out, and I'm doing air quotes. And, they said that he is the first active NFL player to come out as gay. And he basically put out a video that said announcement, and to get it off his chest. I'll go first on this because I have feelings about this, right? So I have zero problems with football is gay. I don't have no problems with that. Football is for everybody. I don't have no problems with that. I don't have no problems with the whole gay thing, period. Right? Like with the NFL declaring this. I don't have no problems with that. But what I do have a problem is, so this what y'all wanted to stand on, but when motherfuckers was just saying don't kill us, y'all had a whole deal around that. Motherfuckers lost their jobs. You gonna stand up. You gonna do all of this shit. But I feel like anything that impacts white people, now they want to rally around this shit. Y'all want to rally around football is gay, which is probably the most kind of, I guess, heterosexual, machismo, kind of aggressive American male sport outside of like boxing or whatever, but like that involves a ball. It's that. How do you feel about this?
I didn't even hear or read about it. I mean,
oh really? You didn't see that whole shit?
Nah, I didn't. Shit. I mean, I don't got no problem with the, supporting whatever, but the NFL is the NFL. Like, they just continue to do fuck shit. So I watch it for the football. I don't give a fuck about the league. Like, I don't give a shit about none of the things that go on, like, on the league side. Like, cause now they just announced that they're going to be playing fucking Lift Every Voice and Sing. Nobody even likes that song, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Don't do that. People do like that song, but not for the purposes of what they're using.
Yeah, that's not the one that you want to be played at the game, though. Like, if you had your selection, you'd be like, yo, y'all got that Lift Every Voice and Sing? It's not the one you're asking for.
What you asking for? What's the one you asking for?
I mean, maybe some Love on Top. Outstanding.
Lift Every Voice and Sing is the Negro national anthem. So if you're going to have the regular national anthem, optimistic. Why wouldn't you have the Negro national anthem, sir? Because I don't think America the Beautiful is the jam either.
That's fine. Or
Star Spangled Banner or whatever that shit
like,
called.
It's some doper shit. Like, nobody, I mean, I don't even know the words to Lift Every Voice and Sing, sis. Like, I don't know that. I know Outstanding, and I know
you
optimistic.
Don't know Lift Every Voice and Sing? Who raised you? What black? Was your school black?
No.
Oh.
I live in North Carolina.
Oh, gosh.
Nah, man.
That sounds about right then. No, we definitely had to learn Lift Every Voice and Sing. I can sing Lift Every Voice and Sing. I can't sing the Star Spangled Banner. But I definitely know Lift Every Voice and Sing. That's the Black National Anthem. It was sung by Marian Anderson, who was an
Shout out to her. But at the same time, like, there's mad other dope songs that they could have played. And then they're playing it at the very beginning, like before even anybody's in there. So my point in saying all that is it's the fucking NFL, bro. Like, that shit is dumb as fuck. Kick the ball off and let's watch the game. Like, I don't give a fuck about all that pomp and circumstance and y'all trying to pacify us with fucking slow rolling, all this other weird shit. I just want to see the pigskin flying and niggas getting hit. I don't give a fuck about the rest of that shit. Go Panthers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, the NFL is a piece of shit organization, and we continue to like.
The NFL is a piece of shit organization. I love the fact that y'all are supporting gays, but I'm just always triggered by the fact it got to be some white motherfucker before y'all do something or y'all make any call to action. And we just saying don't kill us. I will always be passionate about this. Ain't nobody gonna shut me down from being passionate about this. I think the NFL is a fucked up fucking organization, and y'all want to do everything except for what's fucking right all the time. Y'all want to do this for one fucking player, but it's fucking thousands of motherfucking black people out here getting killed, and y'all like, we don't do that. Fuck the NFL. This shit is little shit for you.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't have a take one way or the other.
I don't fuck with the NFL. I just don't. And I don't do pacifying ass shit. Like, I don't do that shit. I was talking about Hove the other day. Me and somebody was talking about Hove and our love for Hove. And I was like, I just want Hove to know that NFL shit is still on my mind, but I've let that shit pass. But yeah.
I mean, he gave you Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Right, exactly. He gave us Lift Every Voice and Sing. That shit is crazy. Let's get into, you want to give out some advice, man?
Yes.
All right. We about to get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice to people who clearly don't care about getting advice from people who are actually certified to give advice. So quick follow up, that came in, here we go. Quick follow up actually from our, last show from JL. I don't know if, so B, you remember in our last letter, it was the guy who knew that his homeboy was fucking the jump off and made her his girl, but his other homeboy was fucking the girl as well. And the girl was telling the gullible homeboy that it was his baby and it very much so could be his other homeboy baby. So he was asking us basically, what should he do about that? Because he didn't want to basically snitch on his other homeboy, and we kind of gave him some advice. So he wrote in and he said, Fresh and B, thanks for the advice. I told my homeboy he needs to go ahead and tell my other homeboy he has been smashing his jump off. He was hesitant at first, but decided it was the G thing to do. Well, they actually ended up getting into a fist fight. Oops. Nice. LOL. And he said, however, a couple days later, they were back good. However, my guy who thought he was the father totally cut Shorty off and told her to hit him when she was in a position to get a DNA test. Then he says, well, he said, I guess we all have to tune in to the season finale to know how this drama ends. Thanks again. And thanks for reading my letter. And that's
one love to you, my brother. I think that was my advice too. I said, them niggas need a squad.
There's gonna have to. There's gonna have to. But thanks for following up, JL. I like when people follow up. Today's letter is from Laren, Laren. And the title was Concerned About My Mom. She says, I think my mom is starting to show signs of old age. She is 67 and starting to become very forgetful sometimes. She says things and also says things that makes no sense. And then she states that she never said it. I have asked her about it several times out of concern, but she brushes it off or tells me I'm being dramatic. I would like my mom to get checked out, but she refuses. Have you two had to deal with aging parents? How do you make an adult do something they don't want to do? I'm concerned that this may progress if not treated sooner. Any advice will help. And that is from Laren.
Man, I am living this at this very moment. My dad is not in the best of health, and yeah, I don't feel like being vulnerable today, but it is parenting your parents is a very difficult thing. I'll tell you that. And that shit is trash, and it doesn't get any easier, especially because they're getting older, and so are you. So I don't know, man. It's just you got to have brutal conversations with them. Unfortunately, I had to have a very difficult conversation with my parents a couple weeks ago. Well, my dad necessarily more so than my mom, because my mom was on the same page as I was, but my dad is very stubborn and prideful. And you know, it just is what it is type deal. So, you know, that shit sucks, but you just got to kind of keep having the conversation and, you know, facing the music, unfortunately, and just letting nature take its course and try to get them, you know, to the appropriate people, to see whoever they need to see and kind of go from there. But it's just, I don't know, to be totally honest, because I'm still trying to figure that out at this very moment. So yeah, I'm not much help in that regard because I'm in the weeds right now.
My mom is 63. And she she will do things and I'll be like, are you good? Because she'll do some of these things where she'll say something or like a whole situation will happen and she'll argue us down that it never happened. But I don't know, because with my mom, I always be like, my mom be trying to rewrite history and shit. My mom stay trying to rewrite history, like, you know, like she didn't have any flaws. They're like, that didn't happen. I never did that to you. I never made you do that. Yes, Mom, you actually did. But, you know, I always have that conversation as far as like mental health and things of that nature. Like a person who is having issues with their brain, what do you do with that? Because their decision making may not be from a place of consciousness or a place of concern where they know what's going on. To them, they're totally fine, and you could possibly be watching them like deteriorate. I'm glad I'm not at that level, but I just feel like my mom is getting older, and like I have friends with older parents, even older parents than that. So my mom's still fine. It ain't nothing I gotta think about right now, but I do think about stuff like that. Like, okay, how does this work? And, at what point does that start? Like, my mom is personally starting to have, like, she's been having her back been hurt for like 3 months or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I tell her about her back, like, Mom, like, you gonna take the medicine? And she'll be like, well, I don't really want to take no medicine. I'll just take the medicine when the pain gets unbearable. Here's my logic. Why be uncomfortable to the point of extreme pain? I'd rather just the pain not come at all. like I don't want to hurt for 4 hours and then in 4 hours and 1 minute, I'm like, let me take this fucking shit. I just suffered for no reason. You know what I'm saying? We're not even talking about like, with my mom, we're not even talking about like opioids and shit. Like, I understand you not wanting to take like the oxys and perks and all that, but we talking about Advil, dog. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to take this ibuprofen so you can be in some type of comfort instead of like waiting this shit out. So I have to have those types of conversations with my mother, and I have to like stay on her sometimes. But then sometimes I end the conversation with like, if you like it, I love it, fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, if you want to feel like that, you're an adult. I can't stop you from feeling like that. But I also then when I'm over it, or I get back into my space, I'll be like, dang, should I just try to make her some more? So it's that balance and it's that line. And I honestly don't know what kind of advice to give you either, because it is definitely something that is not prevalent in my life, but we're all aging. Like B said, you know what I'm saying? We all getting older. And what happens when my mom gets to an age where she possibly can't take care of herself and or can't make conscious decisions like about her health, because we have conversations about her health now, like even outside of that, and like, high blood pressure and high cholesterol and shit like that. Like, Ma, you don't want to get off them pills if you just stop eating, XYZ. They don't be listening. They definitely don't be listening.
Hard to change the player stripes in the ninth inning.
That was a good quote for that. So, Lauren, I honestly don't know what to tell you, but what I will say is you may want to start doing your research. I'm sure there are a lot of knowledgeable people out here. I'm sure that there are a lot of books out there. And just literature overall, that may help, with that. And, just listen to like the experts for real and see what they're saying, because I'm sure it's tips out here. People been getting old ever since people being born. So, I'm sure it's some type of, materials out there. Anything else for, Laverne?
Nah, man. God bless you and your mom. I know that shit is difficult. Trust me.
Same.
I'm all too familiar.
Same to you. Let us know how you decide to go about that. If you find out anything useful, that we can share with our listenership, that you deem may be helpful, send that, cause that is something, everybody I feel like is going to have to deal with at some point in time. And even if dealing with it is, I ain't dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gonna have to come to a point if their parents are still in their lives, what they may have to do, or any, aging person, in your life. So let us know what's up with that. You ready to get into some, I'm not there yet. I'm supposed to say, if y'all would like some of this A1 advice, write into the ain'tshitshow@gmail.com. That's the X where the I would be, and your letter may get read on the show. Now I'm supposed to say, B, you ready for some free smoke? Free smoke?
Let's get it.
I listened to Free Smoke by Drake the other day.
It's a good song.
Great song. Free Smoke is where we talk about any hot button issue, personal topics, anything. It could be politics to petty. And we've been having this Free Smoke for about 3 weeks. That I wanted to talk about, and it's because the topic today is I heart food. I was high one day eating some shit, and I was just like, yo, this shit is so fucking bomb, right? And then the person I was with, we just got to talking about food and shit. So I was like, oh, this will be a good topic for the show. So I have some categories here, and I want us to talk about our favorite things. So one of the questions I want to know be, what is like your overall like favorite meal? If you like, this is your meal you get, and this is what I want.
It's a 50-50 tie between tacos and fried chicken. And I say this because fried chicken is soul food and tacos is soul food. It's Mexican soul food. Tacos is just Mexican soul food. That's their comfort food, and fried chicken
so
is mine.
Italian soul food?
Nah, they ain't got souls.
Is everything soul food for their country?
Nah, they ain't got souls. I'm talking about like, they don't have souls.
I'm dead.
Fucking, they're moolies. They call us moolies. But nah, I mean, I think just tacos specifically. Like fried chicken is the taco of like, tacos are the fried chicken for the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always like, you know, you can go get you like a little 2-piece white or some shit. Like they just go pick up some tacos real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always a taco truck, and you can always go to a food truck and get some fried chicken, or go to a black restaurant and get some fried chicken. So those two, they have me tethered to both of them. I love tacos. Like I have to eat tacos at least once or twice a week, and I don't eat fried chicken as much because obviously it's fried chicken, so can't eat that shit. But when I do, I love it and I enjoy it as much as I did the very first time I ever tried it.
Fried chicken and bacon hit the same every time for me. So mine is, I went back and forth because I really love like Italian. Like I really love like lasagna and motherfucking manicotti and all that shit. I love Mexican as well. But when I really sat down like and thought about this shit, I was like, it's a chicken wing, period. Yeah. Like it is some wings, like
grilled or fried.
And, if I'm making it myself, grilled. If I'm buying it, it's fried. But I like, I specifically like, Atlanta style wings because they normally don't have breader on them. They just fry them.
Yeah,
and
for
sauce
sure. That's my. I don't like breader on them. I mean, that's not true. I like my shit
I was like,
crispy.
don't lie, we'll definitely eat that shit. We just got
I'm
preferences.
a crispy. I like my shit crispy. Like, so I don't like wet wings and shit. Like, I don't like soggy wings. I like fried crispy wings. I like crispy wings. I get grilled wings a lot. Like, I love grilled wings. Them shits, but they have to be fried, like grill hard. Like, I want them shits to be hard. Like, I don't like the soft chicken. That shit is weird.
What's your favorite wing, or is it just a plain like fried
teriyaki with blue cheese? Yeah, I had some from this bar called Heroes. If you live in Raleigh, Heroes is a dope bar. It's a very unique experience in terms of like culturally whites and blacks and all type of just drug addicts and alcoholics all in one setting. Like it's a dope big ass bar on Six Forks. So if you're in Raleigh, Durham area, go to Heroes. You'll enjoy it. They got some really good wings. They got some good food, period. Good bar food. But I had some teriyaki wings over the weekend. Them bitches was bustin'. Boy, them shits was amazing. With that blue cheese, teriyaki and blue cheese is like that sweet and then that sour together. That's my shit. I'll eat a teriyaki wing over anything.
I'm definitely, I'm team, like, pretty much any type of barbecue. Hot barbecue, regular barbecue. But barbecue's I really good. Like, I be eating different wings all the time. And I really don't know what my favorite is, but my go-to in Atlanta is a lemon pepper wing, a lemon pepper wet.
Not a huge lemon pepper guy.
Huh?
Not a huge lemon pepper guy.
Lemon pepper wet wings. Oh my God. Them shits hit so different. I also like, mild wings with lemon pepper sprinkles. I like hot barbecue, and I like Chipotle wings and anything that's like sweet and spicy taste to it. But listen, I can do Bubba Gump on wings all day. Like, I go through all the wings. Dry rub wings.
Saute it.
All the wings. I love a fucking chicken wing. And I probably eat wings at least once a week. Yeah, like, I eat chicken multiple times a week. So we're not going to even add that up. I eat chicken in some way, shape, or form. I would say at least 4 to 5 times a week.
Because of fat. Well, I don't eat red meat, so I definitely eat mad poultry. So.
No, okay. Yeah, I eat red meat too, but I don't, it's something that I eat, but it's not, red meat for me is more of, I don't want to say special occasion because I'll cook like, I rarely, unless I'm doing like tacos or spaghetti, then I might be doing a steak. Oh, I had some fucking lamb chops the other day. Oh my God. Them shits was so fucking fire. And somebody just taught me how to cook them shits. So you can't stop me now. I cannot wait to cook these fucking lamb chops myself the same way that she did. Cause I need to figure out how to do that shit. Cause them shits was fire. You eat you don't eat red meat. So you don't eat lamb chops.
I guess lambs is lamb chop. I like gyros. I love gyros, but I don't eat lamb, so I get chicken gyros. But I don't buy them shits at all. But,
I can't remember. Did you give up red meat or you got sick from red meat?
Nah, I don't eat red meat for pork. I just eat fish and poultry.
So you don't eat no burger?
Yeah, turkey burgers.
But why don't you eat red meat and pork?
Because that shit ain't good for you.
Okay. That's why I wanted to know, like, what was the reason behind it?
Yeah, I ain't get sick. That shit ain't good for you. It takes forever to digest all that shit like that. Not that, chicken's much better, but it's a little bit better.
Right.
And not as hard on you.
What is something that you started eating during the pandemic?
Nothing really. I looked at that and I was kind of trying to, like, nothing. Like, I have a wide variety.
You in the house for that quarantine for like them 2-3 months, snacking. You didn't pick up no new shit. It was all old shit.
I think so. Yeah, not that I can remember nothing that stuck out. No, matter of fact, it was my wife be going to Aldi and shit. She be getting like the street corn dip, bean dip or some shit. That was pretty good. But it's not like it was something that was brand new. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Like she be eating hummus and shit. I hate hummus. She be eating hummus. That shit's disgusting.
Hey, I only like fire roasted hummus or some shit like that. Other than that, I can't do none of them other flavors.
That shit tastes like glue.
Yeah.
What I would imagine glue would taste like. Chickpeas. That shit is disgusting. Yeah. I can't fuck with it. But yeah, outside of that, I got a wide variety of shit that I eat, so nothing. Yeah, that's it. I couldn't think of nothing. I was trying to, but.
So my pandemic snack, I don't know if I've talked about it on this show. But if I did, I'm talking about it again. My snack is by way of another podcast that I listen to called The Read. I'm sure you guys know it. And Kid Fury put us on to fucking Uncrustables in a fucking, air fryer. Them shits is so fucking bomb, my nigga. I don't eat them often because I can't eat bread like that. But when I'm having I was eating them earlier in the pandemic and I had to stop that shit. But it was something I did during the pandemic. But you take this fucking Uncrustable. I prefer the grape jelly one because I didn't eat Uncrustables before this. I've had them before, but I ain't about to eat no prepackaged peanut butter and jelly. But, you take this fucking Uncrustable and you fucking put, for y'all people who smoke, y'all would love this shit. You take the Uncrustable, you like, put butter on it, put it in the fucking air fryer for like maybe 4 minutes or so. Take that bitch out, sprinkle that shit with some cinnamon sugar on one side. Man, that shit is so bomb. It went from being a peanut butter and jelly to a whole motherfucking pastry out this hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is so fucking fire. Like, I recommend y'all try that, especially if you smoke. But that is something
Did
that
we
I
skip
picked
one?
up.
Did we skip number 2?
I didn't go in order because I don't feel like
all
of them.
I was about to say, like, because it's through my numbers off.
Yeah. So yeah, I started eating that. So grape Uncrustable in the air fryer turns into a whole fucking pastry out here. Try it, y'all. Try it. B, you can pick the next one.
I don't. What's the category? Hold on. I just got because I went down the list. Hold on.
Okay. I can just pick it.
Yeah, just pick it because I got to go through my text message.
So, which is number 2 on the list. What is the wildest high snack?
I'd just be like, I had a fried okra, but I don't eat that as much because it's fried and shit. But pineapples, like I buy a lot of fruit. That's
your wildest shit?
Yeah, I'll eat a whole pineapple. Like seriously, I'll eat an entire pineapple. Like that shit. If I'm high and like, because when I'm high, usually it's at night, and I don't be wanting to like snack like terribly. You know what I'm saying? So
you got a lot of good control and willpower. I just don't keep it in my house because I don't have the willpower.
I be having the wildest fucking fruit medleys. Them shits be wild. Like because I go to Sam's and buy like a shitload of fruit fucking weekly because my little girl will fuck up a whole fruit. Mad fruit. All my kids, well, not all my kids, but 2 of my kids and then me and my wife, we love fruit. So I'll just be eating that motherfucker high as hell, and I just got like the wildest fruit salad. Like I'll eat a whole like pineapple, and then like I got mad blueberries and like raspberries. That shit be busting, man. That shit be like, and I'll freeze some grapes, and then I'll take the frozen grapes out and put them bitches in there. That's my high, like, that's my high. Okay,
well, you sound like a nice Californian white girl. If that's the wildest shit you've had.
It's not really wild, but that's just like my shit. Like,
what's the wild shit? What's some shit where you just been like, yo, I put that the fuck together, and it was because you was high, or maybe something you ordered that was mad unusual, and it was because you were high.
I don't know. See, you're like new to stoning, so like I don't be having like the crazy munchies and shit because I be high. So like,
but you've had a past when you were a new stoner and you fucking ate.
I've been smoking weed since I was like 12. Not proudly, obviously, but like I don't know. Like I used to fuck up mad cereal and shit. I guess when I was a kid, I don't know, man.
All right, let me tell you about my shit. My shit is clearly more fucking adventurous than yours. So one of the best things that I made was some fucking nachos with sausage. So like the Jimmy Dean like sausage, and you brown that shit like ground beef. I made that shit. That shit was fucking fire.
See, I don't be doing all that shit.
I went to a restaurant that I felt like was catering to high motherfuckers and had strawberry wings.
Yeah, that's too much for me.
And yeah, you just like, oh, I just like this. I don't eat this.
I don't be doing weird stoner shit. I'm not new to being high as hell. Like you are, and that's dope for you because I'm not.
First of all, I'm not new to being high, so don't come at me like that.
I mean, you said on the last episode you just started getting high, like for real over the past
like 8 years, like the past like 8 years. I think that's a long time. Not since I was 12. But I feel like it's long enough where...
When you started smoking weed in your 30s.
I didn't start smoking weed in my 30s. I started smoking it frequently in my 30s. Yeah. Prior to my 30s, I was a special occasion weed smoker.
Yeah,
it's homecoming. It's my birthday. It's, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit. So it wasn't brand new to me. I just was a drinker. But I definitely get the fucking munchies. I still fucking do. So I don't keep shit in my house.
Gotcha.
Because of that. I don't keep certain shit in my house because if it's there, I'm gonna fucking eat it. So in order to keep
I got high like a couple weeks ago. I ate like 5 plums and 5 plums and some.
This motherfucker turned into hysterical vegan when he high.
Nah, I just like fruit. I've always liked fruit.
Shout out to Shay for my edible arrangement because them pineapples be hitting different. I fucking love edible arrangement fruit. Whatever they do to that shit is fucking dope. So thank you. I love all you people who send me flowers, but send me some shoes or edible arrangement That'll hit different because they fruit be hitting fucking different. What would you never give up unless a doctor told you absolutely had to?
Was that number 8?
Yeah.
Probably meat. It's like chicken and shit. It's like, cause I don't eat other meat, obviously. So like poultry and shit and fish is very difficult. Like I've actually tried to like stop eating all that shit and I don't do well at all. Like that shit maybe lasts all of till lunch or some shit like that. So yeah, it's probably meat, like just chicken and fish and shit, and turkey.
Yeah, it would be hard for me to give up chicken. It would be hard for me to give up chicken unless the doctor absolutely said so. I pretty much wouldn't give up any of my meats unless they were causing me a health problem. Cause I eat all meat. I'm not giving up my fucking bacon unless the doctor said, yeah, you can't have bacon no more because this is what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm not giving up chicken or bacon unless a doctor fucking told me I had to. If I absolutely had to give up red meat, I feel like I could, even though I would want like a fucking burger and I do like a good ribeye. I could if I had to, without a doctor telling me. For whatever reason, I felt like I had to, but it's going to take some records for you to be like, give up your bacon or give up your fucking chicken.
For all those who don't eat pork bacon, there is a very close alternative, and it is turkey bacon that is sold and made by Columbus. It's a company called Columbus, and it's like thick cut butcher's bacon, turkey bacon, and they sell it. I don't know where else they sell it, but I know they sell it at Costco. That shit is amazing. Like, I'm telling you, like I used to love bacon. I used to eat it all. I hated turkey bacon. I stumbled on that shit while they were giving out samples one day, and I was like, "Are you sure this is turkey bacon?" The lady was like, "Absolutely." She was like, "This shit is amazing." And I was like, "Absolutely. Where is it?" She was like, "Aisle 9. Go get it." And I went and got it, and I have 40 fucking packs in my freezer at this very moment because that shit is so good. I'm telling you, shit is banging. So go get it. It's Columbus. Columbus is the person who makes it, or the company that makes it, rather.
Christopher.
No, just Columbus.
Christopher Columbus bacon.
Shit banging. So go get some of that. If you're a turkey baconer and don't eat pork bacon, that shit is really good. Closest thing you'll get to it, for real.
Okay. Columbus bacon for y'all turkey bacon people out there. Holla at that. I'm gonna make the last one. What is the most out of the box food that you like or have tasted?
Snake / alligator.
Why is it / alligator?
Because those are the two wildest things that I've ever eaten.
Oh, snake and alligator.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like a turducken type situation.
No.
I was like snake / alligator, like it was a mash up type thing. It's funny because alligator was mine too. I've never tasted snake though.
Yeah, I had snake when I was a kid. I can't remember. It's been a minute.
Have you ever had rabbit?
Nah, I ain't never had that.
I had rabbit.
Heard it's good though.
Unbeknownst to me, it tastes like beef.
I had deer.
I've had deer before. Again, unbeknownst to me, where my family will give you shit and then tell you afterwards, hey, you like it? It's good? Oh, you're eating a motherfucking woolly mammoth. Like, damn, nigga, you could have told me that before I'm thinking I'm eating beef stew and shit. Like,
yeah. No, deer
so I could have made it.
I like deer. It's got to be cured right. Once it's cured right, it's good.
Yeah, I think mine is alligator. Also frog legs.
Frog legs banging.
I actually had frog legs for the first time in New Orleans. That was my first time
when I went to Arkansas. When I worked at Blue Cross, that shit was fire. Them shit well, like people be saying shit tastes like chicken. That shit tastes like chicken.
Yeah. Them shits look like frog legs though.
That's a fact.
They definitely look like frog legs, but they definitely do in fact taste like chicken. I'm not I can't do raw oysters.
Nah,
I get it, y'all.
Fried
y'all think it's
it.
aphrodisiac and all of that. I'm a texture person. I can't swallow a big glob of snot. I can't. However, a week or so ago, I did have a grilled oyster Rockefeller. That was actually good, but it was cooked.
Yeah, I can't get with the steamed oysters. Fried oysters is my shit. The oysters in the can, like the fucking sardines, them shit be banging. But nah, that's it. That's all you're getting from me. I can't do the steam on the half shell. That shit is nasty.
I can't. And listen, every time you go out, you just be happy you don't date me. Every time you go out, oh, let's eat some oysters. No, dog, I don't want to eat this. I don't like this. I don't understand why all y'all like them all of a sudden. I feel like all black women love oysters all of a sudden. I'm not like, where did this come from? Where did this wave come from that now everybody fucking want to eat oysters? I'm like, no, I don't want to eat that shit. But no, it's going to be different this time. You're going to like it. I'm going to put this shit on it. Try to chew that shit. Listen, I'm the adult that's going to spit some shit in the napkin. I'm not about to swallow no shit I don't like. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be like, oh, and I'm going to wipe that shit out in my mouth. I can't do that shit. But that Rockefeller shit that it had like spinach and Parmesan cheese all over it. Then you got to get the shit out with the fork and shit. I was like, oh, this shit was all right. So I would do that again. But did you have an unpopular food opinion? That was number 9.
Dark meat is for slaves and raw onions are disgusting.
Ooh, I am with raw onions. I don't eat dark meat. But Bill talking about them shits is for slaves is fucking nuts. I don't like, and I don't feel like it's an unpopular thing. I definitely don't like dark meat, but I also I don't see how y'all people keep eating this okra. And you said it earlier. I don't understand how y'all eating that shit. That shit is fucking disgusting. I cannot do it.
So good.
I really cannot do fucking okra. I'm like, how are y'all eating this shit? It's slimy. It is making me low-key.
Fried okra is not slimy.
I'm going to tell you, the only place I've ever had fried okra was from Churches. That was near St. Aug.
Them shit be banging too. They got some good ass fried okra.
Well, I didn't like that either. So, yeah, I ain't.
Try it again though. Your taste buds changes and you evolve. Taste buds die. Like the tongue, the body is a crazy thing. Like the tongue has taste buds that die off and new ones emerge. So like, that's why, some people, you start liking shit or at different points of your life. You know what I mean? So try it. Yeah. Just give it a whirl. Somebody orders it, get a piece and then see what it does.
Listen, here's the thing. I'll taste some shit, but I'm not about to force no shit. If it hits my mouth and it's not working, I'm not swallowing. I'm just not. I'm not swallowing that. But, I was having a conversation with my brother recently on the 4th, and I was just like, all the fucking hot dogs and shit we used to eat when we were young, I cannot eat a minced hot dog. Like, my shit gotta be a beef fucking hot dog. I can't eat that. I cannot eat them Franks. I cannot do that shit. And everybody be like, shit, I can eat that shit, grill that shit up. I cannot eat that shit. It just don't hit right. He was like, you used to like when we was young? I was like, yeah, but it goes back to what you saying, like about taste buds and shit like that. And also, you don't know what you're missing if you never had it. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that I've had this, I'm not going back. It doesn't taste the same. I'm not about to go back to fucking bologna after I've had this fucking steak. Like, that's just not what's going on. But taste buds do change because there are things that I like now, like, or as not just now, but in recent years that I didn't like before. I didn't like cabbage. I eat that now. I didn't like greens. I didn't like that. Kale, I'm still working with kale.
Kale, nasty.
I'm still trying to work with kale, but also like Brussels sprouts.
I don't like cooked kale. I like raw kale.
Kale has a taste to it. I'm a spinach person. Spinach takes on whatever you pair it with. And that's what I fucking like about fucking spinach. But yeah, it's certain shit that I do like now. So I agree with you about the taste buds and shit changing.
Yeah, poppy smoker in them, man. I got an okra plant. I pulled like five okras off the stalk yesterday, as a matter of fact. Cooked them bitches.
Are they huge? Like you only have to pull 5?
What you mean? Okra? Well, you can only get what you can get, right?
You said 5 specifically, so I was
like, because I pulled 5.
You cook 5? Is that a serving? I don't know. You
it's as much as you get. I mean, you can freeze them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I freeze them. You know what I mean? Until I get like enough. But like the plant don't produce, but however many it can produce at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and you can't let them get too big because then they're too tough and you can't eat them. So you gotta.
And that's why I was asking you that question. Like, does okra come exactly how we see it, or is it something where it's bigger and you gotta break the shit down? I honestly don't know. I've never seen okra.
I mean, it comes from like just like any plant or any fruit bearing plant. It starts with like a flower and then it gets pollinated by the bees and then it continues to grow and then it just grows and then you got to take it from a certain point where it's ripe, and then if it gets too big, then it's you can't. It's not edible.
Yeah. So I didn't know if okra grows like in a cluster, or like, do you have one cluster and then that breaks down into 4 smaller okras?
It's just like a string beans and shit. Like,
okay.
It's kind of hard.
I'm not a farmer. I literally don't know. Like, I'm asking
I know.
because
when you buy your house, I'll come down there and help you set up your garden.
I am totally fucking good. I'm not a farmer, nor do I plan to be. I don't even want to vacuum mow my own lawn if I don't have to. So appreciate it, but no thanks. It's not my genre. It's not my jam.
You get out until you go out there and get you. You feel like, damn, I want a salad, and go get you a tomato.
I don't
make
eat
your own
tomatoes.
Spaghetti sauce and shit. Shit fire.
I think the most I would do is probably some herbs and spices, but I'm not even turned on by that. I don't want to have to take care of nothing, be here. I don't want to have to nurture and take care of. I'm not here for any added responsibilities.
I feel you.
I'm not here for that. That's just my brand. Sorry. I don't want to have to keep anything alive. I do want to get to a point where I just have fresh flowers in my home though. But that is a money situation and I'll just pay for that. So the way my life is set up, B, is like, I just want to make enough money to handle whatever I need to be handled. That's it. I don't want to do nothing that I don't have to do for real. But thank you guys for listening. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show and check us out at theaintshitshow.com. Y'all know that is an X where the I would be. Get to know us a little bit more. Check us out. Check out our profiles. You can actually listen to the show from there if you would like. Follow us on social, and on all your DSPs, and make sure that you leave a comment on sites in which you can. And tell a friend to tell a friend. And y'all know I like to end every episode with a quote. And today's quote is, learn to love the sound of your feet walking away from things that are not meant for you. And until next time, I want you to manifest your destiny. Watch out for that Delta 8 variant. I mean, Delta 8, that's weed. That Delta variant. That is 100% weed. Look out for that Delta variant, and the marathon continues. Yeah.